country sure as hell been going down the drain.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future?
And now, live, unedited, unrehearsed, and unapologetic, brought to you by Duncan's Diamonds, your direct diamond importer. Straight off the ledge, it's JD and Smitty.
This is the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96K Rock. Phone numbers are 277-9600, or for the viewers watching on the Ledge Cam, 239-775-9600. Thanks to executive producer Tripod Billy, we are streaming live video at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also give us a like on Facebook at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. Special thanks to our in-studio producer, Sick Rick. Morning, Smitty.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. Thanks for tuning in to the Ledge Radio Show. I'd first like to thank our title sponsor, Duncan Diamonds, for supporting the Ledge Radio Show. Without them, this would not be possible. Call them for all your diamond and jewelry needs. Their number is 877-343-4883, or check them on the web or Google, or look for them on the road. They're right across from Dunkin' Donuts on 41. So.
Is it across the street from Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah, right across the street.
That's pretty convenient.
Sweet.
Dunkin's Diamonds
and Dunkin' Donuts all in one. They should combine and have like a joint venture thing going on.
You know who does that really well is that Taco Bell and the what's that other one? The fish place, Long John Silver's.
Oh, nice.
You can get you like the T3 and then the Long John Silver's number 4.
Yeah.
Just load up.
I don't know how Dunkin' Donuts and Dunkin' Diamonds would work, but that would be a great combination for a promotional thing. They should get together.
They might have before.
That'd be nice.
All right. Well,
buy a donut, get a diamond.
In studio this morning, we've got a couple of members of the Young Republicans. We actually have the president of the Young Republican. Is it the Southwest Florida Young Republican Club?
Southwest Florida Young Republicans.
All right, that's Ricky Nelson, and we also have Matt Hurley here. Matt, what's up, man?
Not too much.
Before we get started, I gotta give you the official clap. There you go, guys.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Don't touch Smitty.
You were the Young Republicans, Young Republicans, Young Republicans.
Nice.
David Bowie.
He really sounds like he wants to be a member. I'm telling you.
Well, you did bring an application.
Hey, I ain't cheap, but I can be had.
Well, what brings you guys here? I know you got a couple of big events coming up. So what you got going on there, Ricky or Matt?
Well, we've got an event coming up on October 3rd. We have a Romney Ryan rally at Ballyornies right there on 41 going south, right next to Bell Tower.
October 3rd.
October 3rd.
No,
yes.
October 2nd.
October 2nd.
October 2nd. Yeah, you better get that right because they'll be showing up and nobody will be there.
It's going to be from 6 to 9 p.m. It's going to be upstairs in Ballyornies. It's an Irish pub restaurant.
Right.
We've got a comedian. His name is Christopher Horseman Cowles. He's a comedian. He's open for big names like Tommy Chung, Tracy Morgan, Gallagher, some big names.
With a name like that, he better be funny.
What's the name? What's his name again?
Horseman Tongue.
Christopher Cowles.
Christopher Cowles.
Right.
Cowles, like Simon Cowell almost?
That's right. Yep.
Okay.
And you said you want all the Democrats to show up? Is that what you said?
Well, actually, we reach out to all kinds of
That would be good. That would be good. That would be good.
Well, they might learn something if they show up.
They might. That's right.
Might learn something about the country they don't already know.
That's right. That's right.
So what else you got, man? So we got the Ballyorny event. That's what this coming Tuesday.
This Tuesday.
Okay, 6 to 9 upstairs in the club area. So you guys gonna be clubbing it up there.
Well, that's right. We're gonna have drinking. We're gonna have dancing. We're gonna have a whole lot of fun with the comedian. Then we're gonna have
drinking. What?
Right.
You have drinking at a political event?
That's right.
Gee.
How young are these Republicans?
Man, I want to card them. I want to see their cards when they come in.
Well, actually, that's kind of a misnomer. The Young Republican Club accepts members that are older than.
Yeah, we call them
17.
our Young at Heart members.
Young at Heart.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, how old can you be?
Sounds like an old AJ phone.
You can be any age. We've got everyone from 90 all the way down to 16, 17 years
You give
old.
a discount for the older?
Yes, we do. Yeah. $15.
$15 to join. That's not bad.
What about, do you charge more for the younger folks?
Yeah, it's 20.
20? How much? 25 bucks? 25 bucks?
Yeah.
All right, so $25 to become a member if you're under what age?
40.
Under 40. Okay, so if you're under 40, you're considered Young Republican. Sorry,
wow.
Smitty, you're out.
I'm out.
But you do get the senior discount.
Yeah, I'm going to get the 105-year-old discount. I'll take any discount I can get, man.
You know what you should do? Stop by McDonald's on the way and get your senior coffee.
That's what I should do.
With your $15.
That's what I'll do.
All right, so what else you got? I know you got something else
we
coming
also
up.
got a vice president debate party at Leap and Lizard on the October 11th.
Man, you guys are all about drinking, aren't you? Everything at the bar.
That's right.
And that's the only way to get people there, isn't it?
That's it.
That's the only way to get them to change their mind, get them drunk.
Well, it kind of loosens people up too to talk about politics, because everyone gets a little bit uptight. I think
Some people don't do so well with politics and drinking. Just
no.
Just so you know.
Would you want to name anybody particular?
No, I was thinking about myself. Thinking about myself, man.
Well,
all right. So
I've
Leap
seen
and
that.
Lizard. This is the vice presidential debate party.
Right.
Now, are they gonna? You gonna listen?
Well,
watch the debate there?
Byron Donalds is going to be there at 8, and
Okay.
he's going to speak for about an hour, and then we're going to just watch the debate
At the Leap and Lizard.
at the Leap and Lizard. Right.
Okay.
Because that's where you want all the Democrats to go, leaping lizards again. Is that what you were telling me?
Sure.
What day is this on?
They want to watch their vice president get
Wait.
killed by.
Hey, what
That's
day is
the
this
only
on?
victory you'll get.
This is what Tuesday, right? Is it Tuesday, October
It's
11th?
actually the
The Leap and Lizard one.
Leap and lizards.
Leap and Lizard's going to be the 11th.
Yeah.
The 11th
I think that falls on a Thursday.
on a Thursday. Is there any?
No,
Oh wait, you're clashing with football that night?
Yeah, Thursday
Yeah,
night football.
Thursday, yeah.
Actually, well, I
It's
guess.
going to be late at night. I think
Tuesday
it's going to
the
be afterward.
Oh, okay. All right. So maybe they'll have a football on one TV and then the debate on the other.
And a little black and white in the corner.
Maybe
13-inch.
So we got those two events. Is there anything else going on?
Well, we really should talk about the Victory Office, too, in Fort Myers and Cape Coral. We're really trying to get people down there to make phone calls, knock on doors, really support Romney in this presidential race. So
He needs all the support he can get.
Exactly.
I agree there.
He does when you get the whole media.
I
against
agree
him.
there. Wah, wah, wah.
You got the largest media
Come
machine
on.
ever devised by man.
Stop complaining about the refs, okay? The game's on.
I'll get to the refs later in that union.
Mm-hmm.
You know I
You
will.
saw what you got. So go ahead.
Oh, I was just going to say that if you really want to reach out to the Victory Office, you should call 791-8857, and that is the Fort Myers office. If you want to reach out to the Cape Coral office, it's 458-0298.
So what do you guys do? I mean, for the young Republicans, just go around and get bar tabs going, or what are you doing, man?
Well, this year we put on about 5 forums. We've done everything local, from school board all the way up to the congressional forum. We
That's
had
right.
just
That's the
last
one that
June.
we went to.
That's
We went
right.
to the one at the Edison College.
Yes.
in college.
Very nice. I
That was
like
interesting.
Our mission really is to just inform young people and get them educated on the issues, and then sure they make the right choice.
But
Who do they vote for?
right now you guys are supporting, I guess, Trey. Is that it? I see you wearing a Trey Radel shirt. I assume you support him.
Well-
Unless somebody gave it to you when you walked in the door.
No, I think it's important to support all of our candidates. That that won in the primary. Everybody supported their own particular candidate during the primary. But now we've got obviously we've got state representatives that have general elections. We've got Trey facing with his opponent in
Jim Roach.
facing Jim Roach. Absolutely. You've got at the Senate level you've got Connie facing liberal Bill Nelson, and then you've got obviously.
Well, you got the county commission and school board
Yeah.
as well. So
Yeah, those are items that people don't they don't follow as much.
well, they really should, because if you really think about it, you get taxed more on the local level than you do on the federal level.
That's for sure.
So if people pay more attention to what goes on in the county commission or what goes on at your state representative level or your state senate level, I think people would really be educated and actually know what the issues are and know what's going on in the state or the county for that matter.
That's something you and I were talking about yesterday a little bit, Ricky, is most of our taxes, like you were just like you were saying, we get most of our taxes from the local level. And if people did know more about their local candidates, your county commissioners, your your state reps, that's stuff that it kind of goes by the wayside. People don't pay attention as much because it's not in the national spotlight so much.
Well, they want to know why the government is so messed up right now at the federal level. If you look at it, it starts at the state level, starts at the county level, and it works its way up into D.C.
Right.
So for the most part, people just ignore it. And a lot of people complain, throw whatever they do at the TV and complain about what's going on in politics, but they really don't want to be active and get involved. And that's where the problem is. That's where the problem lies.
So you think, what you got over there, Smitty?
I just want to tell everybody, if you have a comment you want to bring in and you want to talk to these guys, have any questions that you want to ask them, give us a call at 277-9600 or 775-9600, and feel free to speak your mind.
Absolutely. Yeah, any kind of questions for these guys or just politics in general. We got some hot topic issues today as well. Now, but going back to the local folks, I mean, who are give us some input on some of the, I don't want to say backstory, but we've got a couple guys that won the primary elections that might be able to help us, help the county out at Lee County or Collier both, I guess. But you guys are from Lee.
Go ahead, Matt.
Well, I think definitely that what has happened is, and you've had this happen several places around the United States, where you've had like a quote establishment Republican, and then not necessarily just a Tea Partier, but the new age
an actual
Republican.
Conservative, someone that's considered
right.
conservative instead of the country club Republican.
Sure. And I think, really at our local level, you can talk about the Larry Kiker Ray Judah race. I mean, Ray Judah had been in office
24 years.
Yeah, 24 years, and was unseated by Larry Kiker, who has been the mayor of Fort Myers Beach for 2 years?
2 terms, I think.
Yeah, 2 terms. So a relatively new, politician. But
I would consider that an upset.
But that was a huge. it wasn't even like it was
I think
close.
a lot of it had to do too with all this money that was coming into his race. I mean, if you really think about it, I'm really in support of Larry Kiker. I think he's great, but I mean, all the money that funnels into these races, when you're talking about lobbyists, when you're talking about unions, you're talking about all these super PACs, all this money that's pushed into these races really kind of decide what happens in these races. And usually it's the golden picks, I think.
You think that, so whoever's got the most money, basically?
Right.
I don't know that money necessarily plays into it, because again, you can go look at another state rep race that happened. You had your primary between Ray Rodriguez, Chauncey Sullinger, and Mike Grant, and Ray Rodriguez raised the least of the 3, but in my opinion, worked the hardest during the primary and was able to.
So in that case,
idea as well. I mean, he's run several races.
But Mike Grant was a state representative, ran for state senate.
Yeah, but the norm is you would want the money behind you.
Oh, sure. I think definitely.
you can always pick the guy who came out of the blue and won the horse race.
Yeah.
But
you want those signs out there. You want those TV ads. You want people to know who you are.
Yeah, there will be people that come from behind always, and there will be the underdog that wins.
Sure.
But normally that's not so.
But I would say that even, if you take a look again, the congressional race was such a haywire. That thing was, so ridiculous, and there were so many,
there were
candidates.
So many candidates.
Six candidates. But if you look at, even Byron, Byron had such a stronghold in, Collier. He won Collier County, and
I thought he would do a lot better, quite honestly.
I think that because
I saw his signs everywhere I went. I saw a Byron Donald sign.
He was really grassroots.
He was a very grassroots guy. He didn't have he raised somewhat amount of money, but he didn't come close to Chauncey, Trey, or even Abishon, I don't think. But
right.
You have just the fact that he was able to come out of nowhere basically and win in Collier County.
Hey, we've got a caller on the line. I think it's stalker number 2.
Is it?
It's your buddy.
Oh,
it's your buddy and mine. No, this is Paul.
Ladies and gentlemen, live from Paul.
Good morning, Paul.
What up?
Hold on, Paul. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm ready for you too, Smitty. I got 380. I'm coming to see you.
I'm sure you will, Paul. Thank you, Paul. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, you want to talk about Cape Coral?
What, Ricky? Huh?
You want to talk about Cape Coral?
No, not today, but
okay.
We can talk about it later if you'd like to.
Sure.
I got plenty to say about Cape Coral.
I think you ought to run for office, Paul.
Oh, jeez.
Paul, I think you ought to run for office. You got a lot of good ideas. You should get out there and show them.
I do. Unfortunately, there's like 20 people running for mayor next year, so I don't think I got a chance.
Next year, Paul. Next year. It's all you.
Yeah. Maybe I'll ask Dane Eagle for some tips how to suck money out of lobbyists.
Yeah, Paul. Maybe you and JD can run as a team.
Right. That's the reason why I'm calling. Ricky touched on it, and you know how I feel about Dane Eagle.
How do you feel about Dane Eagle?
By the FBI for land fraud. Everybody knows about it, but nobody's talking about it. This guy is going to be our new state rep. The guy raised over $180,000 for his local campaign.
That's pretty good.
Versus a fraction of that raised by his competitors.
Sounds like sour grapes, Paul.
92% of that money, guys, came from out of Cape Coral.
Right about
came from lobbyists, came from PACs, came from Charlie Crist's buddies. And who's Dane Eagle? How did he get a job with Charlie Crist at a young age? You know why?
How?
$1 million donated by his father. Where does Greg Eagle of Eagle Realty get $1 million? A local small-time realtor. Where does he get that money?
I don't know.
He stole it from investors.
Wow.
Dang.
Public knowledge, and nobody's talking about it.
Speak on it, brother.
Me up that this guy's going to be our new state rep.
You're right.
Fly like an eagle. I want to fly like an eagle.
Hey, Paul.
No, the guy's not an eagle. He's a chicken.
Woo!
He's a chicken.
Hey, Paul.
I'm a big Eagles fan.
Paul, we appreciate the call, buddy.
Hey, have
Thanks,
a good day,
Paul.
guys. Hey, Matt, Ricky, you sound great.
Thanks.
All right, see you, buddy. Well, that's our buddy Paul.
How's Paul today? Paul's good.
Paul's doing good, man. He's fired up already.
Yeah. Good old Paul.
He's had his coffee.
Yeah.
Hey, don't give
He
Paul
needs to take his
coffee.
Thorazine.
All right. So anyway, You guys can comment on that. I mean, you guys may know the ins and outs of it. I mean,
you said there was some truth to it.
Well,
you said.
there was, but I mean, I am going to stay neutral on that one. I am right now.
Well, speak on it. Paul called him out. What do you think?
Matt.
Come on, Matt. Stop walking the fence now.
I would say that. I mean, the way that I stand on everything is, I mean, he's the Republican nominee. I mean, I think there are a lot of there is some corruption in politics. Whether or not the corruption is at Dane's level, I don't think so. I personally, I mean, being where I was standing before, I did not have a,
There are some players and shakers in politics. And, I mean, when people get involved, I mean, I just got involved 4 years ago, and I didn't know a soul. And, I mean, now I'm kind of discussing this with you guys. I'm reaching a lot of people. And if anybody who really gets involved in Young Republicans can make a difference. And, I mean, if there is corruption at the local level, and there is corruption at the state level, and there is corruption at the federal level. But the thing is that people need to get involved and change it.
You think if the corruption starts at the local level, I mean, to me, it's just going to spiral out of control as they go to the next step.
People are just not aware of it.
Well, I think that it really, I mean, politics is about power, and I think a lot of people change rapidly when they gain power. But touching back to what Paul was saying and what Ricky was touching on, I mean, as far as me being a conservative, I will stand with whoever our Republican nominee is. I'm never going to stand with the other side just because I have.
Well, even if they're corrupt and he's telling him that you got all this money that's illegal and he's a crooked guy, you're going to stand behind him? Come on, man! What are you telling me?
It's not exactly that. I mean, you have to look at the fact, though. I mean, yes, everyone says, "Oh, but I mean, in America, we're innocent until proven guilty."
That's true.
I mean, you're innocent until proven guilty, and I mean, Greg Eagle's never been proven guilty of anything. I mean, he's not been arrested for anything.
He's got several cases pending against him, but the thing is that you're right. He's never been found guilty on anything yet. So.
And I also don't think. I mean, people say, "Oh, it's about your dad. It's about this." I mean, we're not. But Greg Eagle's not the one running for state representative. It's his son, Dane.
Right.
Did Dane raise a lot of money? Yeah, he had connections. He raised money.
I think Paul should run against Dan Eagle. That would be a good race.
I think.
Well, you got to think about the money, though, man. If you can raise $170,000, $180,000 for
a seat that pays $30,000 a year,
yeah, that's weird.
170, I think it was.
Makes you wonder, huh?
Yeah.
Well, hey guys, I know we got the event coming up at Ballyorney, October 2nd from 6 to 9.
Right.
The Romney Ryan Rally. Then we've also got the event October 11th at Leapin' Lizard, the vice presidential debate / drinking party apparently at Leapin' Lizards, which Matt Hurley can't even go to because he's not old enough yet.
They'll have red, white, and blue. They'll have red, white, and blue shooters or something going on over there.
Nice, guys.
Hey, Smitty, you're welcome to come too.
I may show up to that one.
Right.
That's right over the bridge.
You don't live that far from
No,
there.
I don't live that far from
and
Leapin'
his
Lizards.
home address is.
Follow me after the station. I'll show you exactly where JD lives.
I'm going to do it. I'm going to take Smitty over to Paul's house real quick, and he's not even going to know we're going.
That ain't never going to happen.
Get in the trunk of my car.
That ain't never happening, brother.
All right, so but we appreciate you guys coming in. We're coming up on a hard break
Thanks
here.
for having us.
The Ledge Radio Show will be back in just a few. The phone numbers are 277-9600, 775-9600. When we get back, we got former U.S. Congressional Rep Joe Davidow coming in with us. We'll be back.
Do you dare trespass on the dark side of the gardens? It's the unlucky 13th annual Howlow Scream at Busch Gardens. Every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night through October 27th. Unlock the fear. 13 haunted houses, all new scare zone, thrilling live stage shows, and adrenaline-fueled coasters in the dark. Listen to K-Rock to win a pair of tickets if you dare. For more, visit thedarksideofthegardens.com or 96krock.com.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small. Secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2 000046.
The nicest used cars anywhere in the country are right here in Naples. And they're all on NaplesUsedCars.com. Hundreds of extra clean, low-mileage used cars at a fraction of their original prices. All makes, all models, like a Nissan Altima GXE with ice-cold AC, CD player, and fold-down rear seats for under $4,000. Over 150 Toyotas in stock, including the best-selling vehicle in America, the Toyota Camry, for under $5,000. Or check out the Ford F-250 XL Super Duty pickup, gas-powered and seating for 6 for under $12,000. Hundreds of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs in stock. Browse at your own pace, 24 hours a day. Get your trade value, your interest rate, your down payment, your monthly payment. Even fill out your credit app online. Plus, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one of ours. Visit NaplesUsedCars.com. That's NaplesUsedCars.com.
Plus tax, tag, and title fees, sponsored by Germain.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Recently, I was reflecting on my career, my cases, and all of the families and people I've met along the way. When I was in law school at the University of Florida, I had a real desire to help people and decided to practice personal injury work after I saw the help my brother received when he was paralyzed in an accident at the age of 18. My firm is now over 20 years old, and we have represented hundreds of thousands of people. I have met you in the hospital after a devastating injury on the job. We have met in my offices after a medical mistake resulted in an injury or death. I've been to so many homes, thousands, and sometimes, unfortunately, sat at kitchen tables and consoled families after the sudden loss of a loved one. I have traveled this journey to justice with so many of you. And remember this, I'm not just a lawyer, I'm your lawyer. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Offices, Fort Myers, Naples.
What you've just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock.
Welcome back. The phone numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. If you'd like to advertise during the show for our new prime time slot every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, visit our website, contact us for details. Great rates while they last. As the election nears, the value only goes up. Smitty, you got something? You going to introduce our guest here?
Yeah, Mr. Davidow. So, he's your buddy, man.
Oh, Smitty, I'd be honored to have an
You're not giving him from you. Only get the official clap the first time he comes in.
Yeah, only official clap first time. After that,
okay. Okay, thank you.
He's ready to go. How did your run go, man? I know you didn't do too well.
Well, I wouldn't consider that when you look.
There's a lot of people running, and I got to give you credit, man. You stuck it out there and you tried to do it, and it took a lot of patience and time to run.
But tell them how much money you worked on.
$5,000.
They had $5,000.
My race spent out of $5,000, and the fact was
that's why you didn't win.
Well, absolutely. let's be honest.
That's right.
But apart from that, when I got into this, Smitty, I got in because Connie Mack was still running.
Right.
I didn't get in because Connie Mack vacated. I got in because somebody had to stand up and say, "Look, Republican Party, what you're doing is not working."
Right.
And so when he left and decided to run for the Senate seat, and again, good luck to him. But
you tried, Joe. You tried your best. You put your best foot forward.
Well, you know what it is. If anything else, you can consider it a learning experience.
Absolutely.
Because how many times do people run the first time, just to kind of feel it out.
Sure,
you know what I mean?
just to see where you stand.
Sure.
Well, and there's a lot you learn from this. There's connections that you've established. You know the inroads of what has to be done. And I'll tell you this much.
Would you run again?
I'm still breathing. You know. I'm
would
gonna run again.
Would you run again though?
Absolutely.
Okay.
There's certain things that have to be in place. And fortunately, as a result of running, we've been able to put some of those blocks in place. And yeah, I'm not going anywhere. You know, I had a little vacation after that. Back to
Paul can be your running mate or something. Maybe you and Paul can run together.
You leave Paul alone, man. Paul's just passionate.
So is Joe. Come on,
I
Joe.
know he is.
I'll tell you what. I want people to call in 277-9600 or 775-9600. Who do you think's winning the race right now?
Which race?
The presidential race. Who do you think's winning the race, the presidential? If you have an idea, you're saying, yeah, I think Romney's winning. Call in 277-9600, or if not, then come back in and call me and tell me Obama's winning. But tell us.
Here's the tough thing about that, though, to really come out and say who's winning.
Who do they think is winning?
I know, but the thing is, you got to win certain states. You know, so like there's a poll came out last night on Drudge that Romney was winning the Pennsylvania race, 47-45.
You said last week you didn't trust polls. Now you trust polls.
I don't trust them.
You only trust them when you're winning. When you're losing on every other poll, you don't like them.
The only poll I trust is stripper poll.
Nice.
I think that it's kind of a loaded question, because if you go on any of these like internet polls or online polls, resoundingly the Democrat's going to be ahead. Always.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Let me tell you something. You know what? If you go on any of the polls where they polled my race, you know, Jim Roach was ahead all the time. You know, I bet you if you did a poll right now, Jim Roach would be ahead of Trey Radel. We all know that the DNC already came in and told Jim, which I think is nonsense, we're not funding your race. That's
really?
Sad. Yeah, the DNC basically...
Just because they just figured he wouldn't have a chance.
Win, so they're not going to put any money in it. But you know what? Here's a guy that goes out, does his best, puts his own foot forward, and now his own DNC's telling him, thanks for showing up.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah, and
thanks for playing.
Jim's been in here, and he reminds me a lot of Frank Mann. He reminds me...
You said a lot there.
Oh, he does. Well, he's a very laid-back kind of guy. He has that kind of demeanor. He doesn't seem to be, really, upset.
It's kind of the old school Southern Democrat.
Yeah, he's very likable guy.
He is.
Thank you. Well, thank you,
and Joe too.
Yeah, Joe's a likable guy when he's asleep.
Oh man, Joe is like.
I think you and my wife share opinions, Smitty.
That's all we'll share.
Nice. Well, hey Joe, I don't know. I know you watch a lot of news like I do.
Absolutely.
And what did you think about the Obama flag deal? Did you hear about that?
I did. I tried to do my best not to follow it, but I mean, apart from that, wasn't there when the election went through the first time and he got into office, they changed the flag, I guess, but now it's changed even more?
Well, I mean, yes, they had two. There was at least two variations of it.
That's what you got, a marketing ploy on a flag. You're going to make a big deal over that? I mean, they had the peace sign on the flag back in the 60s. What, come on.
Yeah, peace is different, though. It's not symbolic of an individual.
I
mean, what are we going to call it?
You guys are just spinning it hard.
This is worshiping
one man.
Goes,
man. He got a flag. He's got an admiral thing on it. Come on.
Smitty, you know what Smitty doesn't understand is this is against the U.S. flag code, and you got the president wanting people to worship himself.
I got American flag on my house, and you know what? I would never put that flag up, but that's my choice.
Why not?
Freedom of speech.
Why not?
Freedom of speech is my choice.
I know, but why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you put this up?
Because it's my choice.
It's a nice looking
Smitty,
flag.
I have a question. If he changed the name of the office from the president to Supreme Leader, would you call him Supreme Leader?
If everybody else would, I would.
What if he
I'm not doing it by myself.
What if he changed his name to Admiral General?
I don't know that. That's a little much. Admiral Aladdin.
That's a great movie. He just makes fun of everybody over there, man.
No, but I understand that you guys are going to try to.
Of Doom Rocket.
I understand you guys are trying to make a big deal over the flag. To me, it's not a big deal.
Well, it wasn't a big deal to anybody in the media either, except for one channel, Fox News.
Yeah, of course.
Because it violates the U.S. flag code.
Because Fox News will throw anything they can. If the guy takes a left step off a curb, you go, look, he didn't take a right step. What's wrong with him?
No, absolutely.
Oh, bull crap.
There's more to it.
Bull crap.
Hold on, and JD, can I don't know if you're leading this, but this was something that just was absolutely shocking to me. And I mean, I double checked on this.
Stunning.
No, hold on. We have a U.S. ambassador dead, sodomized, murdered, treated like human trash. Okay? This is a human being. Throughout history, If an ambassador is murdered, that's clearly a declaration of war, period, end of story.
Because where was he murdered?
Oh, he was murdered
on American soil.
On U.S. soil. He was moved to a safe house, but the point simply is that he was murdered, okay? Now,
tragic.
Wait.
Tragic.
Well, and Libya has, let's say, no form of centralized government, but you know what? We knew where Gaddafi was. We sent over a plane without a declaration of war, and I'll tell you what I'm fired up about. The only thing that we have on the floor of Congress right now is a bill commending the individuals that were murdered. Where's a declaration of war? What are we going to do? We're going to investigate? We have somebody literally murdered, and we could send over a plane to take out Gaddafi, but yet we can't do, we're going to investigate. What happened?
What do you want us to do? You want to go into war right now? Just start bombing Libya? Just start bombing, dropping bombs?
Here's why
what do you want, Joe? You're the president. What do you do, Joe?
What do I do right now?
Yeah, we just drop bombs. That's what you said.
No, I think we bring our ships in, we bring tanks in, and we make it very clear to the Libyan people that, look, we'll put in money. We'll help you rebuild your society. You have 30 days to bring out the people that did this.
I'm not dumping any more money into that trash dump over there. I'm not giving them a cent. I don't buy into giving them just a bunch of money.
Well, it's too late. Too late because the Obama administration already promised $450 million to them.
And Joe Ruffini says we have to do it too. And
I don't agree with that.
And I don't agree with it either. But
it's not that whether you agree with it or not, the problem becomes that you have this cesspool of hatred that builds and builds and builds. And it's when you have superpowers that pull out of third world nations after they've destroyed the centralized government, albeit a dictatorship or whatever it may be, then this hatred allows to build. You get these things like they call the Mujahideen. I mean, if you follow the history of Afghanistan, that's where Al-Qaeda came from.
Right.
And so these people run roughshod on the individuals. And you know what? I had a guy, he was a rocket scientist. He's in my Rotary. I love him. And his thought was, send over a big cargo plane and just let him drop pink handguns, only for women. So that all the women in that country can get handguns. And let me tell you something, that society will be on its feet in a month.
What if you wrapped them with bacon?
They'll probably be made in China.
Well, and I guess the point is that just the treatment of human beings there.
Yeah, it's terrible. It's in that whole region, like you said, from Egypt all the way to Libya to the Middle East. That whole area has been just terrible since biblical times.
But how do we have a centralized government at this point in time? Whether it's Romney, whether it's Obama, whether it's our local leaders, where we literally have from them an act of war. This is a declaration of war that they've made upon us, and we say this is our response. We're going to investigate.
Well, you know why? Let me tell you why. Because we're the ones that set this partial government up. We facilitated and helped monetarily, if not more, by taking out the former leader, who, even though
it's the cost of democracy, man.
It's not democracy. When you get the Arab Spring and the Muslim Brotherhood and Al-Qaeda involved,
did you hear what Joe Ruffini said? Joe Ruffini said it's the cost of democracy. They're going through growing pains. You're going to have radicals.
Not at our expense.
You're going to have radicals jump. No. Well, that's nobody can soothe the pain of a guy getting attacked and getting killed. That was horrible, and everybody knows it. But this has been going on. If you're over there, you're in a bad area. You don't need to be told, hey, you could be killed here. You are in a bad area.
You know, the weird part about this is that now they've come out and they've determined that there was Al-Qaeda was involved. It was actually an ex-Gitmo detainee was involved in the consulate attack, and the intelligence says he may have actually been the one that led the attack. And I say, how can this be? This was supposedly a spontaneous response to an anti-Muslim trailer, according to our Bryce, the ambassador to the UN.
I think you have two situations. Number one, you have the organized attack in Libya, which is obviously was for 9/11, in response. And then you also have...
it's obvious to us, but not obvious to the Obama administration.
And you also have the fact that...
obvious to the leader of Libya, but not to the Obama administration.
And you also have the thing getting shown with the film, which sparked a lot of other outrage.
Oh, so Joe, go ahead, man.
Wait, hold on. You know that this is the answer. This is the response. And I'll even give the Obama administration the benefit of the doubt. Okay, fine. Let's just say you made a mistake. But even though I don't think that's the case, let's say you made a mistake. Where is your response? An investigation is not enough. You have an ambassador that's dead.
Well, what do you want him to do, Joe? You want to bring ships? We'll bring ships over there.
You send everything you can over there, and you make it clear to everybody in that region that if you bite the hand that feeds you, we're going to bite back.
Don't you think they're doing something behind closed doors? You think they're just closing their eyes, doing nothing, Joe?
No, you know what they did? They arrested the guy on a probation violation because he's not supposed to use the internet or a computer that made the video. Because it was the video.
You're talking about the money. you're right.
I thought you were talking about the over in Libya.
No, that's what they did.
That's a response. That, and we're going to do an investigation.
Well, that was the first thing they did. The night of, or the next night.
What do you want them to do about in Libya, though? You said get ships over there. What else do you want them to do? They bring ships over, then what?
They only respond to strength.
That's it.
You have to show them strength.
And I'm telling you, there's more going on behind enemy lines than you think. A lot of times we sit here in third and make Monday morning quarterback, and I'll do this, I'll do that. You don't know what's going on behind closed doors,
but you
man.
know what, Smitty? That's such a comforting feeling.
No, it's not a comforting feeling, but that's the truth. That's how democracy works. You know, we got to help them. We have to coax them along.
I don't disagree with you. My point is simply that if we had the ability, which we did, to bomb an area where we thought Gaddafi was, illegitimately, which we did, which is on record, how is it possible when we actually have an ambassador who's murdered, treated like human cattle, and we're going to investigate?
Well, like I said, I don't support it. I think that was a terrible tragedy. But what do you do? It's easy for us to sit here and point fingers and say, "Oh, the Obama administration, the
Libyan people."
The Libyan people's where it lands.
Yeah,
they should
Libyan
do something.
People need to do something.
They need to do something.
What did the investigation return anything that the Libyan people assisted in helping?
I think they
helping our side.
I think they did go after those guys. I think they did he arrest them yet? Did you know if they arrested them, JD?
I don't know if any of that information turned up.
They've made some arrests.
They have made some arrests.
You know, I don't know what they're basing the arrests on.
I don't know either.
I mean, when you kill everybody that was involved, I mean, how do you know who did it?
I'm clearly not going to blame the Obama administration for all the jihad going on over on the Middle East.
That's not
where the blame is. You can't blame the Obama administration for jihad. What you can blame them for is taking out the leader that used to keep these jihadists at bay. He kept them at bay.
He's done more against the drone strikes and the Muslim and the Islamic Muslims, the crazy ones, than any other president. So to act like he doesn't respond is just not true.
But he gets rid of this guy. Now we got the leader of the Muslim Brotherhood over there running the place.
That's the price of democracy.
Yeah, but Smitty, you have to be ready for democracy.
Well, they're never going to be ready over there. You're trying to talk.
Then why did we do that?
I don't know. Ask Mr. Bush why we got into that war. Why did we even
Bush
start?
had nothing to do with Libya.
Yeah, I know. He had nothing to do with any wars at all over there.
You're going to blame Bush for Libya now?
I blame Bush for everything.
You should blame Bush for the referee scandal.
Is the reason that the whole Islamic people hate us so much.
Oh, it is. I thought they've been doing that for 2,000 years.
I had a professor, and he did a lot of research. This was his area, and he said the main reason that the Muslim world dislikes the United States of America and other countries
because we eat bacon.
We unfairly support the state of Israel. Is what was said. We unfairly support the state of Israel,
meaning we do support them.
Yeah, period. And I think when you parse that and you look at it, to them, any support for the state of Israel would be an unfair support.
Like they call it,
because it's the only democracy over there. Really,
absolutely.
It's the only place that there is any kind of civil thought.
But when you go even further and you do more research into this, you start to find out that the people in the countries that surround Israel actually look up to Israel as a commercialized nation in ways that we can start kind of a merchant class, a middle class, to start moving things and getting things moving. The problem is that you have, what you said correctly, these dictators that come in and they have to use this Israeli conflict for purposes of them keeping and maintaining power.
It's a horrible situation, and there's no way to get out of it. I mean, no matter where you turn, it's been going on since biblical times, and to find a cure-all for it all is almost impossible. The only road you have is democracy, and that's the only way you can do it now.
That's where we disagree, Smitty.
What do you think?
You have to be ready for democracy.
You're never ready, man. They're never going to be ready. They're never going to be ready. They hate us. We have to start, showing them that your vote counts. We have to show them that you have to take ownership of your country. Now, we have to show them to be fair.
Well, we show them that by doing it ourselves.
But would you go as far as your president right now and say that the death of Christopher Stevens and those 4 Navy SEALs is a bump in the road?
No, I wouldn't say it was a bump in the road.
That's what he said.
But on a large scale of things, it is a bump in the road on the large scale of things.
I don't know how you say that's a bump in the road. That's a declaration of war.
Okay.
End of story.
All right. Well, listen, we're gonna take a quick break.
277-9600 or 775-9600. Give us a call if you have any opinion on this, guys.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
96 K-Rock supports Southwest Florida's bikers with the Biker Map.
Hey, this is Chris from the Biker Map. The Biker Map is in over 500 locations, and if you can't find it, just go to thebikermap.com. The Biker Map.
Grab a copy by stopping by K-Rock Broadcasts and always at the K-Rock Studios in Estero.
I just want to say thank you to Southwest Florida and all the advertisers for supporting all the motorcycle riders out there. The Biker Map. And be sure to be on the lookout for the all-new The Boater Map from 96 K-Rock and 96krock.com.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small, secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores. There's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
I'm John Morgan, and I want to give you a tip that may help you, even though it won't necessarily help me. The next time you have a dispute with the insurance company, and you feel they aren't doing right by you, tell them, if they're not fair with you, you're going to call Morgan & Morgan. Whether it's a dispute over life or disability, property damage, or personal injury, let them know that the next call you're going to make is to us. Some people have told me that by doing this ad, I may lose out on some new clients, and that's okay. If the mere threat of calling helps you and your family, that suits me just fine. Do the right thing or deal with Morgan & Morgan. Too often we meet with clients who've been mistreated by insurance adjusters from their own insurance company. Even worse, we hear that the lack of respect is appalling, and the final response is often take it or leave it. Call us today. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
We've always been drawn to the river. The river brings us life. Its soothing waters calm us, and its steady current helps guide us. Well, in Southwest Florida, there's a river just like that. River of Life Assembly of God. River of Life in Estero is a friendly, energetic church for all ages, helping connect generations to each other and to Jesus.
Hi, I'm Pastor Todd from River of Life. I want to personally invite you and your family to come join our family. We offer both Sunday morning and Sunday evening services. And every Sunday at 11 a.m., church time becomes family time during Legacy, our multi-generational worship service. So please be our guest this Sunday at River of Life Assembly of God, a place to come home to.
Learn more at riveroflife.ag or call 239-495-0400. Located at 21580 River Ranch Road, just south of Corkscrew and just north of Estero High School. So meet us at the river. River of Life Assembly of God in Estero.
Unfiltered, unbridled opinions and giving Southwest Florida a voice. It's the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. Phone numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. Check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. Back in studio with us is former U.S. congressional candidate Joe Davidow from Naples. Joe, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, happy to be here.
And always the sweet, kind,
incomparable.
Incomparable?
Incompetent.
Incontinence.
Incontinent.
Take a phone
Incontinent. Third world country loving.
I feel the love.
France,
I feel
Germany,
the love.
England,
I feel
third
the
world
love.
countries. Smitty.
I feel love. We don't be working for pennies on the dollar if we work for
Assistant to the Supreme Leader.
Supreme Leader, Admiral General Smitty. All right, we got Keith on line 1. Keith, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty.
Hello?
What's up, Keith? You're on, buddy.
Yeah, don't mind me, I'm a little nervous, not used to talking on the radio, but I just had a few points to make there.
Sure.
About the Arab Spring there, you know, America, we were all, well, the Obama administration was all supportive of the Arab Spring and how great it was. But then, you know, he should have known that the Muslim Brotherhood, they said they were such a nonpartisan organization or whatever.
Yeah.
And they took, basically, what I'm seeing here is the Muslim Brotherhood's taken over the Middle East, and now we're blaming it on the video. It's really radical Islam that's taken over the whole Middle East, and that was a terrorist attack.
I agree.
Without question.
And the Obama administration, you know, changed back and forth, said it wasn't, and then goes to the UN just the other day and said it was on the video, and then comes to us and says it wasn't the video. Basically, the Muslim Brotherhood's taken over the whole Middle East, and people better wake up and start saying, you know, radical Islam's the problem.
I agree, Keith. I agree, buddy. I'm with you. I mean, I've got some more information on that for you too. We'll get to that in just a second.
Well, Joe Ruffini said when he was on the phone, he said that you know, there was I don't know how many millions, if not billions, of Muslims, and he said this
is
like
1.6 or something.
It's a humongous amount. He said if they really wanted to do something bad, we wouldn't be able to stop them. And this is a small factor of people that are radicals, and that's what he said.
Well, he's correct.
Thanks, Keith. Take care, buddy.
Thank you, buddy. Thank you.
You know, part of that, there's it's like, take Judaism for instance. You know, you got conservative, you have Reformed, and then you have Orthodox. And in Orthodox, they don't eat meat and cheese and all of this. So I mean, in every religion, you have different kind of sects, and you can't just say sectors.
Oh,
sectors.
They have sex in every kind of religion.
I know.
Through a sheet.
You can't even
poke a hole through a sheet. No, so but my point in making this is that you can't just say because somebody's Muslim is Muslim.
It's a G-rated show, Joe. Okay.
Somebody's Muslim is Muslim, and that they're extremists. The point is that the extremists are the ones that go out there and start putting control over all of the other countries.
Terrorists in their own countries, really.
Hey, let's take this other call. We got Travis on line 2. Travis, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty and Joe.
Hey, how you guys doing? I just want to make a few points. First off, we knew on September 12th, the CIA knew that it was a terrorist attack by Al-Qaeda, not the video. And Obama still went to the UN and said it was because of the video, and said, and very apologetically, condemned what the Egyptian guy put on YouTube.
I agree. I saw that. I saw that too, buddy.
And then the other thing is that you know, freedom in the Muslim world does not mean what freedom means to us. It means freedom from all human-made law, and it's in complete devotion to Sharia. That's what freedom means. So you have the Muslim Brotherhood shouting freedom, freedom, freedom in the Arab Spring, and this is what you get.
But their freedom means something. Yeah, their freedom means something different, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything like.
It means women wear burqas. Yeah.
And they can't drive.
Yeah.
Yeah, they can't. I mean,
and they walk behind their men.
That's freedom.
And they get stoned to death.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
That's right. So I just want to call and make those points. I think that, you know, supporting financially Libya, Egypt, anybody is just the wrong thing to do right now.
I appreciate that, Travis. Take care, buddy. Keep listening, man. I think Travis makes some good points. You know, I mean that is, you know, and to go to his first point, you know, he says that the CIA or our intelligence folks, maybe I don't know if it's a CIA or a different branch, but they have come out and said they did know within 24 hours that it was a terrorist attack, and yet the Obama administration. Why would they continue to use a false narrative?
Because I'll tell you why.
Okay.
I'm going to tell you why.
I mean, why they would?
No, I'm going to tell you why. Here's why. When that comes down, at the moment when that comes down, you have to remember there's other people that could be danger. There could be other people in danger over there. They could be trying to get people out of there.
So they lied for 5 days?
Whatever. They have stuff that CIA's working on. They have the operatives. They have all this stuff going on, and they probably had to lay back a little bit and go, hey, wait, just chill out till we get
Smitty, how does that protect them? How does that protect them?
I'm not behind the scenes. I'm not in his cabinet. But if I got people that are behind the scenes that are working, CIA operatives and other people, and all this comes down, we have to be careful. It's easy to Monday morning quarterback and just yell, "Oh, we should have done this. We should have done that."
Are you talking about the administration that leaked the SEAL Team 6 information for their safety?
So you say.
Wait.
He doesn't believe it.
I want to use this hypothetical. So let's say there's a robber outside your house.
No, we're talking about Libya, not a robber outside my house.
It's a hypothetical, and he says, "I'm going to come in and kill you."
He's going to make it easy for you.
Now, what are you going to tell him? I got 50 guns and a shotgun, and I'm coming out and I'm going to shoot you. Or, well, hold on, let me investigate.
My wife's in the shower.
You might be my
Hang on a
neighbor.
minute.
I'm unarmed. What do you think is going to be more effective to that robber?
Probably me running out naked, probably scare him.
That would do it, man.
Scare the heck out of him.
You come out there screaming,
he'd say, "I ain't into this. I ain't into this, man."
Have you got that sheet with the hole in it?
That's right.
Well, that's to me. I don't fall for that. I don't fall for that narrative that the Obama administration this time decided to protect the American people by continuing their false narrative that this was perpetrated by a Muslim video.
Well, you don't know what's going on behind.
No, you don't know. But what I know is what they've told us. They lied to us for 5 days.
Yeah, but you don't know why it had to be played the way it was because you don't know the backstory.
I do know the backstory.
And probably 6-7 months from now, you'll hear the whole story and you'll go, "Oh wow, I didn't know that."
Ready, hold on. The administration lies to you, and then Smitty goes, "Oh, that's good. It was for my own good."
The government doesn't lie to you.
Lied to me.
The government doesn't lie to you, Joe. Come on.
Thank you.
Bush never lied to you. Romney never lied to you. No one's ever lied, right, Joe? Come on, Joe. Come on, Joe.
Thank you for lying to me. It's been for my own good.
Everybody in politics lies. It's a big stunner.
And that makes it okay.
That's politics. It's politics.
Well, that is the reason why they lied to you for 5 days.
It's called politics.
It's called politics.
Right.
And let me explain why their politics this time lied to you. Because they don't like the term Muslim extremist, Muslim terrorist, because they've been propping them boys up. They got them in power in Egypt and Libya.
Because they're massaging the democracy. They're trying to grow over there. You guys don't understand that.
How's that Muslim
All
brotherhood?
you want to do is drop bombs on them and bring ships in over there and take more and kill anybody that's not Muslim.
No. That's what they do. Kill anybody that's not Muslim. If you're American, kill them.
Now, Iran is part of the Muslim Brotherhood. They've got Al Qaeda.
Sure, all of Iran is a Muslim Brotherhood. You're right, all of them, right?
What I'm saying is
that's what you're saying.
No, it's not.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But that's what your mindset is. You're like everybody else.
But no,
you look at a couple of factions and you tell
everybody
everybody's agreeing to this. This is what it is, and it's not.
We put that type of person in power in Libya and Egypt. We said, hey, Iran's working out great. Let's put some people like him in power in Egypt and Libya. Let's take out the guys we don't really like a whole lot. We'll put the Muslim Brotherhood in power in those two countries so they can be like Iran. That's what we did. How's that working out for you?
We didn't do it. We helped democracy.
No, we didn't help democracy. We helped the Muslim Brotherhood get into power.
Democracy.
Wait.
The Muslim Brotherhood is over there, and it's their country. We shouldn't even be down.
It is now.
It is. We shouldn't even be over there fighting for that war. We shouldn't even be over there.
Though. Wait. They would never be there, but for the assistance of taking out Gaddafi, who was the only one who had legitimacy to lead.
So we shouldn't have taken out Gaddafi, is what you're saying?
If they had the ability to take out Gaddafi, that's fine. That's a natural progression. For us to come in, take out Gaddafi, leave, and then allow an ambassador to be murdered.
The whole Middle East has been a forest fire for us because of Bush. Okay.
Oh, because of Bush.
Because of Bush.
Hey, we got a caller on the line. Let's take this caller before we go to break. We got Cyrus on line 1. Cyrus, you're on with the Ledge Radio Show.
Hi. Yeah. I think the real reason that Obama wants us to think that it was this response to a video is because he doesn't want a terrorist attack like this on his record for re-election.
That's a good point. I didn't think about that, Cyrus. That's a good point. What do you think about that, Joe?
I think it's.
Is it valid?
I think there's some value to
validity.
Some validity. You can spin this a whole bunch of ways.
And the moon's made of cheese.
Well, he has.
You're correct, Cyrus.
He has no terrorism on his record.
Well, and partially that's correct because, hold on, one of the things that Bush always said that you hate so much is that he kept the United States after 9/11 free from any terrorist attack.
Yeah, he didn't do it while he was in office, though, did he?
What are you talking about?
The attack came when Bush was in office.
You're right.
9/11.
You're right because Bill Clinton didn't take out Osama bin Laden when he had the chance.
Either those headphones are stopping. I said after 9/11.
Bush was in office. Bush was in office when he had 9/11. I'm just letting you know that Obama's done really, really well. Okay, and you don't want to get give him credit for it.
Well, Cyrus just pointed out the fact that there was a terrorist attack on U.S. soil.
There's always little pops here and there.
Just a bump in the road.
Always a bump in the road.
It's just a bump in the road.
You guys are trying to throw so much at the president.
Just a bump in the road.
What's that, Cyrus? I'm sorry, buddy.
It's not a bump in the road that an ambassador is dead.
You are absolutely correct.
Cyrus, 100% correct.
That's not the bump in the road. The bump in the road is the democracy and the fight to put democracy over there.
But you're not going to have democracy with the Muslim Brotherhood.
Well,
not like democracy here.
There's not a single person over there that's ever even had a whiff of democracy. How do we expect them? They can't Google democracy and say, "Hey guys, we're going to do this."
I agree.
Or even understand what it would take.
It takes time to develop democracy. It doesn't happen in one weekend, guys. Okay? It took us
Hey, Cyrus, thanks for listening, buddy. Take care, man. Thanks for the call.
Good point.
Good point, too, yeah.
Thanks for calling in, my friend.
But the whole point, Smitty, is you can't have democracy with a group like that. When their whole life is jihad.
You have no choice but to deal with that group. That's the point.
We do now because we put them in power.
They put themselves in power, okay?
They did not.
They voted. They put themselves there.
Gaddafi and Mubarak would have kept them down.
You guys just don't like the fact that they're the Muslim Brotherhood and they're very jihadish.
You go back to when Obama was making a statement to Gaddafi, and he said it real clear. He said, "I'm a Bedouin. I'm basically from the desert. I'm from the streets, and I'm going to fight." And you know what? That's what he would have done. And he probably would have defeated him. But for the fact that we decided to bomb one of the locations without a declaration of war, he had to run from that location, was captured and killed, okay? So the fact of the matter is, none of this would have occurred but for the U.S., and now we have a dead ambassador, and we're investigating.
Yeah.
We're investigating. That's the bump in the road for democracy.
It is for democracy.
The Muslim Brotherhood.
In the large scale of things, it is. Not that the gentleman that got killed, the ambassador, was a bump in the road. That's
not just him. We had other Americans too.
That's not a bump in the road. That's serious. But the whole democracy in a whole, it is a bump in the road.
Well, I don't agree at all. I don't think the Muslim Brotherhood is the democracy that we see, and I think one of the other callers mentioned that. The democracy that we have here is never going to be the democracy they have there. That's just not going to happen because Sharia law for them does not allow it. It does not allow it. It's a strict adherence to their religion, like no other. And their religion says either convert or kill.
There's no secularism. Try to open up a shul, a temple, somewhere in Benghazi. Yeah, good luck.
It'll be bombed in 3 seconds.
Open up a McDonald's.
That might work.
All right, we're coming up on a hard break. We'll be back with Joe Davidow in the next hour at the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty. 277-9600, 775-9600.
Lex and Terry, 6 to 10 p.m.
You are the lionest, cheatingest, biggest piece of crap football coach in America is what you are. You are a douchebag. We have Michael Chiklis on the line. That was a bad setup, wasn't it, Michael?
Oh, my God. You're not talking to the right guy right now. I'm getting ready to do an interview, and I hear that about my coach.
Lex and Terry on 96K.
Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. They're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small. Secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2 000046.
I never valet park my car.
When I meet my friends, I park as far away as possible.
I look for dark alleys to park in.
That's not my car. My car's being detailed right now.
Embarrassed by that jalopy? Get over it. Then get over to Mini of Fort Myers. We've got your new car ready. Mini of Fort Myers will take the stress out of buying a vehicle with true pricing, where you can see the price tag that shows you what real people have really paid for their vehicle. And for a limited time, get 0.9% financing for 36 months on selected models. Plus, with no-cost maintenance for 3 years or 36,000 miles and 37 highway miles per gallon. There's no need to be embarrassed of your car anymore.
I haven't parked in my own driveway for like 2 years.
Mini of Fort Myers, US 41, just south of Daniels Parkway. Call 210-2800 or at minioffortmyers.com or miniusa.com/info. Peel away proudly.
Look at those new neighbors. They're spying on me again, watching me play with all my new toys from Paradise Hobbies.
Yes, dear.
Whenever I race my radio-controlled car up and down the driveway, I see them peering through the blinds.
Yes, dear.
Every time I fly my kite or RC helicopter from Paradise Hobbies, they just stare. Oh, no, they're headed this way.
Yes, dear.
They're coming over. What do they want? What do I do? What do I say?
Howdy, neighbor. That looks like fun.
Can we play too?
Oh, I thought you'd never ask.
If you're an RC hobbyist or just want to play with the neighbors, Paradise Hobbies is the place for you. With a great selection of RC vehicles, model rockets, kites, plastic models, educational toys, and more.
Hey, Honey, I'll be back.
Where are you going?
I'm taking the new neighbors over to Paradise Hobbies, and then we're going to race RC boats in the pool.
Paradise Hobbies in Fort Myers in the Sun Sports Motorcycle Plaza on Colonial Boulevard. Visit paradisehobby.com for more information. Come get your RC on at Paradise Hobbies. Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
From the huge studios, WRXK, Bonita Springs, Naples, Fort Myers, a Beasley Broadcast Group station, 96 K-Rock, and 96KRock.com. Talk that rocks.
Get off the ledge! Get off the ledge!
This country sure as hell been going down the drain.
I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's happening.
Why should you want to know? Don't you mind about the future?
And now, live, unedited, unrehearsed, and unapologetic, brought to you by Duncan's Diamonds, your direct diamond importer. Straight off the ledge, it's JD and Smitty!
This is the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96K Rock. The phone lines are open, 277-9600. Or for the viewers around the world watching live streaming HD video on the Ledge Cam, 239-775-9600. You can visit our website and the blog at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also give us a like on Facebook at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. You can also stream live audio from 96krock.com. All right, Smitty, what you got, man?
Welcome back, everybody, for the second hour. The second hour is going to be brought to you by Imperial Fire Alarm and Security, securing your world for all your fire alarm security needs, CCTV, access control. Look for Imperial Fire Alarm and Security. Check it on your Google or Facebook. It's 288-6482. That's 288-6482. Technicians are standing by.
Yep, ImperialFireSecurity.com. I would like to welcome back in the studio former U.S. congressional candidate and still current attorney, Joe Davidow. Welcome back, Joe.
Happy to be here, JD. Smitty, you're tolerable.
as you are too.
Next time we have you on, we'll have to bring some Absolute and a little tonic, to deal with Smitty a little bit better. A couple limes.
Well, heck, right?
Hey, Paul, call in and talk to your buddy over here.
Hey, they said Rush smokes cigars, right, on the radio.
I'm sure he does. I think he does his show from his house.
Oh,
right from West Palm, man. He's got the golden microphone right in his house.
You mean the Oxycontin King? Yeah.
Him too.
Yeah.
Him too. I know you hate him. Can't have a problem with medications and then get by Smitty.
He's a hypocrite.
Hey, did you go out and get your Romney cup, Smitty, from 7-Eleven?
No, I didn't get my Romney cup.
I saw the Obama cup from 7-Eleven.
I thought
you did?
Yeah.
I saw.
Do they have a Romney cup?
Oh yeah, no, it was a whole thing that they kept polls on who got what cup, and coffee was free. And I was in there and I passed the mark, and the guy's like, "You could have a free coffee," and I had like a lady behind me holding an Obama cup, and I said, "No." No,
they had the bobbleheads at the baseball thing. They had that.
Do they?
Yeah, they had bobbleheads.
No, the 7-Eleven did this whole thing where
all I saw was the Obama cups. I don't know you got Romney cups too.
Well, the only reason why you saw the Obama cups was because all the Romney cups were gone.
As
in votes had been made for Romney.
Either that or they didn't ship enough over there.
Were they free? It was free
in
coffee.
This district?
Free coffee on both sides?
On both sides, although I believe that there were some voter violations in there, and they said only the blue cup was free, which was the Obama cup.
Well, that sounds
Joe,
right.
Joe,
anyway.
let me ask you something, Joe. Who do you think's winning the election right now? If you were to say, put your money on it, who do you think's winning?
Can I ask you to parse that and say who's winning in reality or who's winning in the news?
Who do you think is winning in reality?
I think Romney's winning in reality. I think in the news, Obama is winning.
So you think all the polls that have him ahead are just all wrong, and you think that no matter what they say, even if it's 1 point, 4 point, 6 point Gallup, whatever, that none of them are right, and that Romney's winning.
Why don't you look at the polls right now that have been out in the media about this race, this district, between right now Trey Radel and Jim Roach?
Well,
Jim Roach
I'm talking about national news here. I'm not talking about local news.
But why is it not comparable?
Because I'm asking you a question. I'm asking you to give me an opinion, and you said you just believe Romney's winning.
I believe Romney's winning.
Well, what would make you believe that?
Because when you actually talk to somebody on their own, they might tell you that they voted for Obama before, and they're not voting for Obama now. There is not a single person you will talk to on their own that said, I didn't vote for Obama in the last cycle. I will vote for Obama now.
Well, when you get out of Fifth Avenue and actually talk to the rest of the country, then you might hear something different.
I am out of Fifth Avenue. So where are we? Estero? Where is this?
No,
yeah, we're in Estero.
When you're down on Fifth Avenue and you talk to everybody, they're going to tell you different. So there's another world outside Collier County, Joe.
Federal courthouses in Lee County. I'm there often, so I'm back and forth. Sometimes I got to go up to court.
I'll tell you what, it's going to be a very interesting debate. And I'm telling you right now, Romney has got his hands full. And if he wants to take the lead like he thinks he's going to have to bring it.
I got a question for you. If Romney opens it up right there at the debate and he says, President Obama, I am going to not take the salary of president, in the role of president, and that money will go back into any programs or things that need to be funded. Do you think Obama would make the same promise?
Do I think he would make the same promise? I think he'd be forced to make the same promise.
If it was brought up first.
Yeah, I think he'd be forced to say, I'll match you.
And you know what? I don't think he would.
Hey, we've got, Smitty got his wish. We got a caller on line one from...
Paul? Is it Paul?
But hang on, before we go to Paul,
Paul, no, bring Paul
Before we go to Paul, we talked about the free blue cup from 7-Eleven.
Oh, yeah.
I've got some audio queued up here. This lady's been all over YouTube.
Oh,
this is the Obama phone?
Yeah.
Cut 4, Rick. Let's play it, man.
This is Obama.
You got Obama phone?
Yes, everybody in Cleveland, low minority got Obama phone. Keep Obama in president, Keep him in the president. Give us a phone.
He gave you a phone. How did he give you a phone?
You sign up if you on food stamps, you on Social Security, you got low income, you disability.
Hey, I have a question. Okay, what's wrong with Romney again?
Romney, he sucks.
You don't have to be a genius to say that.
Smitty, was that you out there in
Yeah,
Cleveland
man,
with
that was me getting
laryngitis?
my phone, man.
Obama phone. keep Obama in president.
Sounds like somebody from the Muppets.
He gave us a phone.
It does.
Give you a phone. Sesame Street.
It
Sesame Street.
does sound like Sesame Street.
Is that Elmo? Is that Elmo?
Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Elmo.
No income, you disability.
That's got to be fake.
No, dude, that was at an Obama rally, and they interviewed this chick.
And I have to say, I heard that put to the backdrop music of Little John.
Sweet.
Get Low with that in the background music.
It worked out, didn't it?
It was very clear. It was
See
almost
that?
rhythmic.
It's culture, man. It's culture.
All right, we got Paul holding on line one for Joe. He wants to talk to Joe. Doesn't he want to talk to Smitty?
How we doing today?
Paul, how are you?
What's up, stalker?
I'm doing great, man. I miss watching you at the debate, man. I loved it when you brought up JOBS.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
I thought that was brilliant, and I don't think anybody else could really, understand what you were talking about. And Smitty, I just got a little comment for you real quick since you've been bashing me all morning.
I'm not.
The only poll that you know, Smitty, is the one you hang out to take a shower, old man. Remember that? That's the only poll you know.
What is it? The one he's got to hang on to?
Yeah, the one he hangs out to take a shower.
At least I own that shower, Paul.
Hey, listen to this.
Obama owns
the polls, Joe knows this. The polls that are out there right now, A, are skewed, okay? B, are heavily weighted on the Democratic side. So if you unskew, the polls that are currently out there, anyone that you can
like
name,
9 to 10 points.
If you take a skewing out of those polls, guys, Romney is ahead by an average of 8 points in every single poll out there. But you guys are talking about skewed polls.
He's not so far off. When you go into the data.
Thanks for the call, Paul.
Thanks, Paul. It's good to hear you,
care,
man.
buddy.
Good. And when you actually go into the data, they are polling at a higher rate. I think the disparity is something like between 6 and 10. Yeah.
Was it 6? I saw one. I saw some 16% higher Democrats being polled.
Yeah, higher points to the Democrats being polled. And then when you take the numbers back, if you reduce that out of the percentage that's coming out of the polls, they're even, if not, putting Romney ahead.
Oh, so every poll's wrong. That's interesting.
No, I told you. The point simply is that Democrats are literally more vocal in certain things.
You guys are running scared. You're going to disown every poll, and as soon as you get the lead, if you were to get a lead after the debate, the polls are going to come out and go, look, Romney did great. You guys will be going, look at the polls. They're great. Romney's up by 4 points. Oh, my God.
Smitty, I'm going to make a promise to you now, and I'm going to make this here on the radio and
here
in public. And this is my promise to you.
Has nothing to do about sex, does it?
No. I left the sheet in my house.
You want these scissors?
This is my promise to you, Smitty, that if in the event that all of the chaos theory is correct and that your supreme leader actually decides to change the name of the federal government and the office and the electoral system.
I want to get right to the promise.
Admiral General Obama.
Yeah, if all of this changes, Smitty, you know what? My promise is that I promise to support you. After your property's taken, after you need to suck off the teat of the federal government, I promise to support you, Smitty.
I'll get a lawyer.
That's my promise.
I'll get a lawyer.
Regardless of the fact that we fight over this day in and day out, I respect you as a human being.
If Obama wins the election, will you wear an Obama shirt?
Never.
Okay.
How about, would you buy one of those Obama flags?
I might actually, because they said that burning of the flag is an exercise of free speech.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Right.
I would agree.
Like Bill Hicks said, "Hey, you know what? Burn flag all day long. I'll go to Walmart, pick one up for $4.99. There was nobody killed, nobody shot, nobody murdered.
Yeah,
burn that one, and guess what? I'll buy another one, $4.99.
277-9600, 775-9600.
I got too much respect for this country.
Hey, there was some other audio that came out. Now, this is not, it's not a funny clip like the last one. Not meant to, bring any kind of parody or hazing on the president. But this was Chris Wallace was interviewing Robert Gibbs right around the UN and basically asking, why does Obama have time to go on The View, but doesn't have time to meet with world leaders given what just occurred in Libya?
You mean like Bibi?
Exactly. Mm-hmm. With now, exactly. With Benjamin Netanyahu or any of the world leaders. He didn't have a single live in-person meeting with any of the world leaders during the UN, but yet he had time to go on The View with his wife.
He did some champagne with H to the Izzo.
I heard about that. So we got audio cut number 1 queued up here, and this is Gibbs with Chris Wallace. Gibbs saying he has no problem with the decision. So go ahead with that audio, Sick Rick.
I want to go back to the UN, though, and New York this week. You say that he's got schedules, the foreign leaders have schedules, but the president has blocked out time to appear on The View on Tuesday. So he has time for Whoopi Goldberg, but he doesn't have time for world leaders?
No, Chris, look, the president is going to be actively involved at the UN General Assembly.
He's not meeting with any private leader. He's giving a speech.
Chris, They have telephones in the White House. Last week he talked to the president of Egypt. He talked to the leader in Libya. We don't need a meeting in Washington just to confer with leaders. We've got
But he does need the time to be on The View.
We have a strong diplomatic. I'm sure if he was doing an interview with you on Fox News, you'd have no problem with that.
Well, he hasn't, but that's not the point.
I'm sure that's not the point. No, look, Chris, he's got a strong schedule. He's actively involved.
You don't have a problem with the fact that he's not meeting with any world leaders, but he's going to appear on The View.
I have no problem with that because, Chris, you're the President of the United States every minute of every day.
You know, Robert Gibbs was great at giving
wonderful.
Giving his excuses.
It was truthful.
Like you know what? It's truthful. No, you know what? He should have used the rules from that movie Dodgeball. Dodge, duck, dive, dodge, whatever it was. That's how he answers questions.
It's truthful. The guy said, like he said, he talks to him on a daily basis. He's got phones. They have communication. They've got people working behind the scenes. They're working things. He doesn't have to sit there and have a formal meeting with a guy that he just talked to 2 days ago on the phone and said it would have been a photo op. That's all it is a photo op. Everybody knows it's a photo op,
Joe. He's getting through 18 holes.
Everybody knows it's a photo op. And if he would have got a photo op with the guys, you guys would have been the first one to say, "Oh, look, he's trying to cash in because he's the president. He took a photo op with this guy."
So
either way, you guys would have spun it to make it sound like it's a terrible thing.
Joe, it was a bump in the road.
Oh yeah,
bump in the road.
Go ahead.
Cash in. You know, I actually have some respect for the man if he ever visited Israel. When has he been there?
I don't know.
Never.
I don't know if he's ever been
He
there.
has never gone to Israel. Let me tell you something.
I haven't either.
Romney's gone to
against
Israel.
his religion.
Romney's gone to Israel several times.
We got Hillary over there.
He went to school with Bibi.
We got Hillary over there.
The fact of the matter is, if we're going to vote for somebody that supports a Democratic regime,
you just said Romney's been to France, right?
No, Israel. Period. The fact of the matter is, Obama has no care
Why do you think Romney
for the state of Israel.
So just because you're a Jewish persuasion doesn't mean that you just have to bash Obama because he didn't visit Israel. We've got Hillary over there. She's over there. She's handling it.
Name a president in the last 50 years that hasn't visited Israel.
I don't know. I don't have the statistics in front of me.
You have one.
Okay.
Hey guys, listen, but we got a break in about maybe 5 minutes. But I got another audio to come up here. Now this one,
that's derogatory.
One of the guys from The Office, Smitty, brought this up. I guess he's watching a new show called The New Normal. I'm not seeing it. It's on like NBC or something. No, but apparently he says he was like, man, I couldn't believe it. He goes, I think it's actually a Republican show. I'm like, what? He goes, but there's two guys that are gay that are like married or whatever, and then the mom's all Republican. So I wanted to play this clip. It's really funny. It's kind of edgy. So, you know, for the listeners out there, got small kids, maybe
277-9600, 775-9600.
Smitty's address is.
Ask for JD.
All right, we got cut 5 queued up. Go ahead, Sick Rick.
You stay out of my granddaughter's head. I put years into shaping it, and I will not have you left-wing Nancy boys poisoning her with your hug a Muslim bullcrap.
Mrs. Forrest, what a disturbing surprise.
I will have you know that my family has voted Republican since Abraham Lincoln, the freer of the slaves. I am proud of my party, and I have been a supporter since 1972.
Dick Nixon knows how to keep America strong. That's why I like Dick. Who's with me? I like Dick. I like Dick.
Oh, so we have you to thank for Watergate and Reagan and Bush and Baby Bush.
Oh, honey, even we don't like the Bushes anymore.
Voting for Mitt Romney, which is the equivalent of saying the poor aren't entitled to health care or the environment doesn't need protecting.
Mitt Romney is interested in preserving every American's right to make his or her own choices.
Exactly.
Unless you're gay.
Unless you're gay.
Unless you're the 47%.
Listen, she just...
You've already polluted Goldie's womb with your gay sperms. Leave her boat alone.
You know what I think this is about? Obama is black, and you don't like anybody who's not like you.
Oh, I would slap your face right now if I didn't want to get a handful of man makeup. It is tinted sunscreen.
I'm just going to say it. Mrs. Forrest, I believe you are a racist.
Why is that the place that all you liberals go to? Just because I don't like a man who wants to take my hard-earned money and dump it into a broken system, I'm a racist? Don't you think it's a little more racist to vote for a black man simply because he's black?
Ooh.
And what about you two? I don't imagine you're lighting candles on Kwanzaa. Couple of hypocrites, like every other liberal. You walk the walk, but you can't talk the talk.
That is not true. We have black friends. We have oodles of them.
Right.
We do. And if you don't believe me, you can come to our party on Friday night and you can meet them for yourself.
Great. I'll see you and all your homies on Friday.
Listen.
Great.
Listen.
So we're having a party?
Yep. Know any black people?
That's great, man. I got to check that show out.
It sounds good.
I've never seen a show on an NBC that even would mention the Republican in a good light.
Well, Joe's got a black friend.
What are you talking about?
Byron Donalds. Byron's like Carlton from Fresh Prince. What are you talking about?
That's right. He's my friend. Hey, he's my new black friend. Byron Donalds.
When I first got to Nashville, I didn't know a soul. And I sent out emails to everybody out there, to judges, so I could volunteer just working as a clerk because I didn't pass the bar yet. And the first judge that came and picked me up was one of the only black judges on the circuit. And he and I became great friends.
All right, so now we know Joe's not a racist because he got a black friend.
What else we know about Joe?
Speaking of not
if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't have even had a practice
Joe,
in Nashville.
Joe spins a dreidel. We know that.
Speaking of not passing the bar, and I don't mean not passing it, but
no, I didn't receive the results.
Right, I
yet.
understand. But you remember hearing about the story before we go to break about Elizabeth Warren now that's come out that says that she may not have been licensed in the state she was practicing law. Did you hear about that?
No.
Yeah.
No.
The opponent is bringing that up. Apparently, they found some.
Well, they already told us that she's not American Indian. Remember that?
Right. Well, I don't think 1/32 counts or whatever.
Like she said,
getting into Harvard on that.
Like she said, I've been told that since the beginning of my childhood.
So I'm going to continue that lie to you.
So why should I? Why should I tell my parents lied to me or my grandparents lied to me?
Just a bump in the road.
I mean, you got to bring up that. That's a pretty lame attack.
You think?
Sure, that's lame. That's when
keep,
you're losing.
I would keep
that's when you're losing. That's like Joe saying,
wait.
"Hey, I'm part Irish or something," or he's part Irish, and I go, yeah, that's right. What do you mean? Because you're from New Jersey. It's crazy.
All right.
Who cares?
We're going to go to break. When we get back,
it doesn't matter.
When we get back, we'll get into some more hijinks here with these two fools. 277-9600, 775-9600. We'll be right back.
96 K-Rock. Stan and Haney Afternoons.
What can we do for you?
Oh, I guess about 2 months ago, you guys were talking to that girl up there in Arcadia, and she was talking about the horses and stuff. This is what I wanted to tell you. When I was a kid, my grandpa told me, get on that horse and follow that cow. And I said, why do you want me to follow that cow? He says, just follow that cow, take this shotgun. After that black snake comes out of that tree and milks that cow, you shoot that black snake because we're not getting no milk from it.
Stan and Haney Afternoons. 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world. No matter how big, no matter how small. Secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm security and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046.
Honey, are you ready yet? I don't want to spend all day shopping for a new car.
What makes you think it's going to take all day?
Well, there's at least a dozen car dealers around here.
We don't need to drive all over town. Last night while you were sleeping through the football game, I was shopping at VictoryLaneChevrolet.com.
Really? Did they have any new Camaros?
More than anyone else. But we're looking for a crossover like the Equinox, or maybe one of those cute new Chevy Sparks. They get up to 38 miles per gallon EPA highway, and we can get one in my favorite color, pink.
Victory Lane Chevy, huh? That's at the corner of Fowler and Winkler, isn't it?
Yes, dear. Let's go.
All right, but I'm still going to sit in the new Camaro.
Sit in anything you like. I'll let you know when I've picked out our new Victory Lane Chevy.
By the way, I wasn't sleeping.
Sure you weren't.
You're always a winner at Victory Lane Chevrolet. Victory Lane Chevrolet. That's L-A-Y-N-E.
When you get a bad tattoo, people point at you and laugh. When people point and laugh, you want to leave town. When you leave town, you can't find a place to live. If you can't find a place to live, you have to sleep in the streets. When you sleep in the streets, you wake up angry and regretful. Don't wake up angry and regretful. Get a great tattoo instead at Articulture Tattoo Galleria Studio in downtown Fort Myers.
Top of the line custom tattoos in a clean, sterile art gallery setting. Articulture Tattoo also fixes bad or embarrassing tattoos, and they do body piercings. Anything that has to do with art can be found at Articulture Tattoo Galleria Studio. Great deals too. $3.99 all you can sit tattooing, and tattoos on Tuesdays are buy one get one. The only tattoo studio south of Orlando accredited with the Better Business Bureau. Articulture Tattoo.
Call 24 hours a day for appointment. 339-7665 on Lee Street, downtown Fort Myers. Online at articulturestudios.com. Articulture Galleria Tattoo Studio.
$24 24-hour piercing this month.
The lifeline for each American worker is their understanding that they will receive a fair day's pay for a hard day's work. Unfortunately, many employers in this country do not believe in this concept and look for ways to shortchange hardworking Americans out of their right to full and proper overtime and minimum wages. If you've received straight time pay, comp, or bank time for overtime work, or if your employer makes you work off the clock or doesn't pay you for all the time worked, such as drive time or prep time, you may be entitled to recover your rightful overtime wages. Even certain categories of salaried and commissioned employees must be paid overtime compensation for overtime hours worked. I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you believe that you're entitled to overtime pay, call Morgan & Morgan at 1-800-MORGAN-LAW. Morgan & Morgan, for the people. Offices, Fort Myers and Naples.
Talking our hometown, our state, and the state of our country. Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. Phone lines are open, and the numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. Check out our live stream at theledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. If you'd like to advertise during the show for our new primetime slot every Saturday from 10 a.m. to noon, visit our website, contact us for details. You can also listen in on 96krock.com. Smitty, what you got, man? You got anything good over there?
Well, I got a bunch of stuff. I was going to just dabble a little bit, pick Joe's brain. I know it won't take too long. About about the election, about the debates, and I'm just kind of getting his feedback of what he thinks about the debates. How do you think it's going to shake out, and what do you think Romney's got to do to not win or to win?
To not win or to win. Well, yeah. I mean, what I think this ultimately comes down to is that Romney can't play any part of a defensive.
You think he has to go right after him?
Absolutely. He can't sit by and just allow, because, look, take the two conventions.
You do know Obama is a debate champion from Harvard. He's very good at debates.
He's a debate champion? How did you get records of that?
How'd you get records? He was even in Harvard.
Were you looking under Barry Soetoro?
Well, did you go to Wikipedia?
Yeah, where did you get records of that? Because we have no idea.
Let me just read you this, okay? Thursday, circulated by Beth Myers, an advisor to Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney, that outlines several reasons why President Obama may win the first of the three scheduled encounters next Wednesday in Denver. Myers wrote, "It is universally acclaimed public speaker. He's universally acclaimed public speaker and has substantial debate experience under his belt," referring to the 2008 debate with John McCain. Myers also points to polls that show Obama won those debates with double-digit margins. And recent polls show 25% of the voters expect him to win or do better than Romney in their head-to-head meetings. So this isn't something that you guys can just go. So you guys can just go, where'd you get those, man? Everybody knows that Obama's smart.
Wait,
you know how I know he's smart? He's black and he's a president. That's how I know he's smart.
I thought it was his teleprompter told him that.
No. So
he's
you're
calling us racist, Smitty?
I think
exactly.
I voted for him. I voted for him. I voted for him. Did you vote for him?
No.
I did.
Absolutely not.
Racist.
There it is. No.
Let's go real racist.
So you really think that's all he has to do is just come after him? You don't think Obama's going to bob and weave?
What he's saying is he can't be on the defensive.
He can't be on the defensive, and if Obama tries to bob and weave or whatever, where's he going to bob and weave to?
Obama's going to eat him up. I really think so.
Here's what I worry about with the debate. First of all, you got the three channels that are covering the debate, the three sponsors.
You're already laying the groundwork for an apology already? Already you're apologizing for the loss?
Wolf?
They're already liberal stations that are covering the debates, so you know they're shilling for their boy. They're going to give him the preconceived all the questions ahead of time. That way he can rehearse his answers instead of depending on his teleprompter.
I'm sure.
Because you can't have a teleprompter in the debate.
I'm sure. So you're already apologizing for the lost.
I know.
Because
it's not even
that's
normal.
How Democrats are.
Because you're already telling people. You're already telling people. You're already telling people that you're apologizing.
Obama, I believe he's giving you no information whatsoever to believe that he's done anything positive.
You don't think that 47% comment he made, Romney
First
hurt him?
off-
You don't
first
think
off-
that helped?
First off, Junior, what's the guy's name? Jimmy Carter, Junior Carter, doctored up the tape. There was a lot of minutes missing.
Oh,
and in fact,
really?
Yeah, no.
There were minutes
Of course.
missing.
You guys just make excuse after
There's no
excuse after excuse.
There's no excuse, Smitty. It's the truth. And it's like you know.
That was the worst thing you could have said.
You're right. You know what,
He's
Smitty?
backpedaling.
We should lie to you.
You guys are
because
losing.
You like to be lied
guys
to.
are losing.
He's used to being lied to, and he accepts that.
And he enjoys
Guys
it.
are losing.
It feels
Well,
good.
let's go to since we're on the race.
277-9600 or 775-9600. If you think Obama's winning or Romney's winning, give us a call and tell me what you think.
All right, and since we're on the racist thing, everybody's seen the new viral video, the interviews from Howard Stern's guys.
Yeah.
With interviewed the blacks in Harlem regarding Obama and who they were going to vote for.
I didn't hear this.
Oh, it's classic. This is the. I wish I could say that this is the typical Obama supporter, but I know it's not. This is not all of the supporters, but
the Obama
it's
phone?
a pretty good group.
You dig hard for these clips, don't you?
This is this is not cut to Sick Rick. This is Howard Stern's guys
Oh, it's
interviewing.
Howard Stern.
Yeah, Howard Stern.
He's trying to change the U.S.
Absolutely. And what do you like that he's done so far?
I mean, he done got the Medicaid and all that, the medical thing going.
Sounds like he's homeless.
You know what I'm saying? He got most of the jobs like he said he was.
We got all the jobs.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he really improving, but he need to improve more. So he needs to stay on up in so he can do more. You know what I'm saying? Things like he said he would.
Yeah. Do you hope he will eventually find and kill Bin Laden?
He'll eventually do it, though.
You think he'll eventually find him and kill him if he wins this election? Do you know who you're going to vote for in this election?
Obama. I just don't like Romney.
What is it about Mitt Romney that you don't like?
Is it that he's pro-choice or?
Yes, and it's just his general.
pro-choice now.
It's him in general. I just don't like him.
Because he's a Muslim?
It has nothing to do with religion or what his views are. I just don't like him.
Do you think Obama made the right choice by choosing Paul Ryan as his vice president?
Yes.
Do you think he picked Paul Ryan because he's African American or because he's qualified?
It could be a little bit of both.
People are
Do you think McCain has a shot this time out to beat Obama for this election?
No. I just don't see McCain as like presidential material.
And these people are voting.
What percentage of the vote do you think McCain will get over Obama this time?
About 20.
Well, she obviously is not informed.
If Obama wins this time, are you hoping that we finally catch and kill Osama bin Laden?
Honestly, I don't agree with the whole war thing, but if we,
Do you think he should just go to jail then, Bin Laden?
Yeah, he can be tortured, but, I don't believe in killing.
How long of a jail term do you think Bin Laden should get when we find him?
It should be indefinite.
Are you happy with Obama's vice president pick, Paul Ryan?
Yeah, because Paul Ryan have a lot of issues because anything the media show to him in the TV is not right.
Do you like Obama because he's pro-life? Is that one of the reasons why you would vote for Obama?
Yeah, I like Obama. A lot of issues for the human rights side. And,
like pro-life.
Pro-life, international, democracy,
Do you like that he's anti-gay marriage?
Oh, yeah, that's human beings.
So you like that Obama's against that?
Yeah, I like Obama, the way he do about the politics. I like that.
Do you support Mitt Romney because he's black?
No, doesn't matter to me. It's the issue to tell people what you're running for, explain to people your issue. Policy is the issue.
Now, are you upset that Romney is for gay marriage?
That's not a qualification to vote here.
No. But probably can't understand the question.
Do you know who you're voting for?
Yeah, we put it in his language, he may.
Because I feel as though he's the perfect match for the United States, and he's very working hard, and he's doing his best. And it's been a lot of
voting for this election, Obama or Romney?
Obama.
Why is that?
He's done more.
Do you like Obama because he's pro-life?
Yeah, I'm for that. Yeah.
Do you support his vice president pick, Paul Ryan?
Yeah, I do.
What do you like about him?
Paul Ryan always has the stats out. He's always come with stats. You know, he knows what's going on.
Sounds like the voters have voted for you.
People are upset that Sarah Palin's running again
Well,
this
you
time.
got 4 votes, didn't you, Joe?
Rick, that's good, man. We get the point. We get the point.
It's a point and a half.
So that's the Obama supporter
Well,
right
let's take
there.
one quick call.
I got 3 calls on hold right now. We got Tony on line 1. Tony with the Ledge Radio Show right now. What you got, buddy?
Hey, I got to talk to the liberal that's sitting there talking about Obama like he's the savior or something. I mean, quit drinking the Kool-Aid.
That's Smitty, man. Tell Smitty how it is.
Come on, Paul, quick on.
Jim Jones.
Quit. Is he on?
He's on.
I'm
there,
right here,
Smitty.
buddy. Go ahead, man.
Quit drinking the Kool-Aid. First off, the 47% comment that Romney made, nobody takes into consideration the fact that it's true. It's 100% true.
Absolutely.
Nobody says anything less.
He didn't give me an opportunity to respond.
You sit there and call me a racist because I didn't vote for Obama, yet 96% of all black people voted for Obama. If 96% of all white people would have voted for Obama, we would have been racist again, and we would have had McCain as president.
You got to go read the polls and look at the statistics.
He's all about polls, man.
It's the military.
Dr. Rachel Madcow, Chris Matthews with his jewels spitting out of his mouth. You guys are killing me. I can't believe he doesn't get elected. And then what are you guys all going to do? You're going to have to throw back in your food stamps, throw back in your entitlement program.
No, they're going to have to get a job.
Look at this happening in Europe. They just went 75% tax rate on people making over $1 million.
Yeah, that was France.
47% of what he said makes up a lot of the military, the old, elderly,
They were 6%.
the poor,
It was 6%.
and the students.
6%.
That's what makes it up. Now,
No, 6%.
You can pretend that it doesn't make it up, but that's the truth.
No, and you're misquoting it. I believe the line was, and if we could find it and we'll play it, it was 47% don't pay taxes. He was actually incorrect. It's 49%.
Those folks.
49. He was actually incorrect.
Need to pay their fair share. Yeah, paying 1% of all taxes isn't their fair share.
I agree with you, Tony.
When you don't have
JD's
any
on your
money,
side,
when
buddy.
you're broke, you don't have any money, and you're living. You
guys want Obama so bad? Go back to Kenya, have him be president over there, and you got
Oh, man. Hey, Tony.
Tony.
Hey, thanks, Tony, buddy. We appreciate the call, man.
Play that one thing.
Tony, you got JD on your side for sure, buddy. Hey, hang on a second.
I'm going to play one real.
We got
quick
Mark.
thing.
We got Mark on hold.
Real
Keep
quick.
holding, Mark.
Hold on, Mark. Hold on. I want JD to hear this thing because he's always.
I'm curious.
He's always playing. Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
You got a couple of them queued
No,
up.
I just
Is this
got
the Bulls
one.
intro music?
No, listen to it.
Chicago Bulls.
The first step to a stronger Medicare
This is Ryan.
is to repeal Obamacare because it represents the worst of both worlds.
You know where this was, right?
It
At least he
weakens
had the guts
Medicare
to
for
say it.
today's seniors and puts it at risk for the next generation.
This is all true. It's all true.
It funnels $716 billion out of Medicare to pay for a
Wasn't
new
this at the National
entitlement we
Black
didn't even
Caucus?
ask for.
No, is that
Or NAACP?
No.
Where was it?
AARP.
You don't have to
AARP.
take my
of
word
course.
for it.
They're huge liberal supporters.
You
Right
don't have to take my word for it.
You know what?
Is that your water boy? Is that your water boy?
He put his own job security over your retirement security.
All true.
All booed because it's all
you want to be lied
it's all
to.
misscrewed.
No, you- of
It's-
course,
you're
you
missing it.
prefer to be
He
lied to.
said he'd be
You're
willing
just
to work with
drinking too much of
Republicans,
the wacky weed, man.
but he has not moved an inch closer to common ground.
You mean becoming educated on the issues?
Joe, welcome
We're
to the
also
point.
going to repeal Obamacare
Read a
and
book
replace it
and
with
shut
real
the front
reform.
Yeah, read a book, Joe. Dude, you hear that's the American people speaking, Joe, telling you go take your stuff and stuff it.
Because they don't want to hear this.
That's liberal AARP.
That's the truth. The old folks are saying, hey, you know what?
They don't wanna hear
You know
the
what? The
truth.
old folks are saying, you know what? Don't mess with it and don't screw with it because we got folks and we got our own sons, our own daughters, and our own family members that are going to be old one day.
Smitty, it's
and
already
just
done.
because I'm 75 or 85,
You already messed with it by passing Obamacare.
No,
Don't you get it?
No, you're wrong.
Hey, we
Let's take
got Mark on line too. Hey, Mark, you're on the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty and Joe David out today. You there? Are you there, Mark?
Yes, I am. Thanks.
What you got, buddy?
I got a comment and a question for you guys. First, on the polls.
Yes, sir.
The polls are being taken right now are based on the 2008 election, not the 2010 election, not the midterms. it's also not based on the number of registered Republicans and registered Democrats across the country. So here's the question for you. Can you name one poll, just one, that oversamples Republicans?
I don't know anybody.
I don't either.
I know the ones that oversample the Democrats.
So what do you think the result's going to be?
Skewed.
If you can't name one single poll that oversamples Republicans, what do you think the results are going to be?
They're going to be Democrat ahead.
Exactly.
I'm with you,
so
man.
If you're wondering,
I'm with you, Mark. Even the conservative polls have been oversampling Democrats. Even the conservative polling groups have been oversampling Democrats.
The results are going to be. I just they're going to be.
I just wonder.
Clearly, they're not going to show Romney ahead.
Here's what I think's going on. The pollsters will call the House, okay, and someone may or may not answer. But I think more times than not, you got 47 or 49% of Americans taking the check from the government. Those folks are at home to answer the poll, and who are they in general? Democrats. So they're the ones answering the questions.
Well, that and they know that Smitty's on the other side. Don't call them a racist if they're not going to vote for Obama.
Well, exactly. I'm going to bring a clip in next week of the girl calling from the Romney camp trying to get a poll, and she was calling the people and telling them all kind of lies and telling them not who to vote for. It's the funniest thing you've ever seen.
Thanks, Mark, for your call, buddy.
Thanks
Keep listening,
calling,
man.
Mark. Appreciate it, buddy.
She didn't call him on the Obama phone.
Take care, buddy.
Yeah, on the Obama phone.
Hey, we got another guy's been holding for a while. We got Michael on line 3. Michael, you're on the Ledge Radio Show.
Hey, a couple things really quick. First of all, Obama was a new face, fresh face, saying all the right things. A lot of people in the middle, which are most of the people. If you're hardcore left or right, you're going that way. But most of America is in the middle. They saw this guy saying all the right things. Guess what? We get to prove we're not a racist. God, I like the idea of bipartisanship. Transparency. That sounds wonderful. And the press obviously didn't vet him because the vast majority of the press votes Democrat. They're liberal. That's just a statement of fact. So then he becomes president. What he has this time that he didn't have last time is a record. Now he has quotes in office as what he did, as opposed to what actually happened.
As opposed to voting president?
An American border agent gets killed because they gave guns, and in Libya an ambassador's murdered, and you knew why and who did it, and you came out with this BS about the video. I think Romney is going to do a shock and awe and bitch slap him. That's what I think is going to happen.
Sweet.
And then everyone's underestimating him, and I think that's exactly what Mitt Romney wants. And I think he has a shitload of money, a bootload of money that he's going to drop here in the last few weeks because he knows people only pay attention during the playoffs. You know it, and I know it. Most people don't follow anything until the end, and I think everybody's in for a little surprise.
Hey, Mike, I'm going to let Smitty...
He better bring his A game.
Is that all you got for him?
Yeah, I got something for him.
All right, hey, thanks for the call, Mike. Smitty, do you want to play it when we go back?
No, I'll play it right now.
That we better think about somebody who can stand up with a message and go toe-to-toe with him.
It was Romney.
And I frankly don't think that Senator McCain, despite his service and his length of experience, that's going to be able to stand up to the message that Barack Obama has brought forward. I think Barack Obama would be able to do to John McCain exactly what he was able to do to the other senators who are running on the Democratic side.
So he's supporting, He's supporting. He's telling that he thinks Obama's a good guy.
Did we hear the same thing? That's not what he said at all.
Yes, he did.
Oh my
He's
God!
He's talking about Obama strong-arming the other senators.
Yeah, basically strong-arming an injured veteran.
Did you miss part of your audio or something?
Veteran.
You guys spin every single thing.
Spin what? That's what he's talking about.
What are you going to do when you lose? What are you going to do when you lose? What are you guys going to do?
Well, we can't move to another country. There's none left.
What happens
at this point?
I want you guys to wear the Obama T-shirts when you lose. Come in here.
Hey, listen. Let's take a quick break. When we get back, we'll have a few minutes left. Ledge Radio Show 277-9600 775-9600. We'll be right back.
You never know what we're going to say or do. Take 96K Rock wherever you go with the iRadio Now app.
iRadio Now.
Available for free on all smartphones, including Android. The biggest personalities in radio entertainment. Available on one app.
iRadio Now.
The iRadio Now app for all smartphones.
Just go to the App Store and search iRadio Now and download it for free.
Brought to you by Jason and Todd at the Diamond District, Coconut Point.
Visit 96krock.com for more information.
iRadio Now.
96K-Rock.
Securing your family, your business, your property. That's what's important in your world.
no matter how big, no matter how small. Secure your world with Imperial Fire Alarm and Security today.
Imperial Fire Alarm and Security is a local company with hometown service, the way it should be. One call to Imperial will align you with the most effective fire alarm, security, and surveillance systems, as well as state-of-the-art wireless monitoring. If you're a property manager or condo association member, ask about Imperial's wireless monitoring systems to replace costly and unreliable phone lines and save your community thousands. From individual homes to large communities, Imperial Fire Alarm and Security can secure your world.
Don't you think it's time to secure your world? Imperial Fire Alarm and Security services Lee, Charlotte, and Collier counties. Learn more at imperialfiresecurity.com or to schedule your free consultation, call 239-288-6482. Secure your world at imperialfiresecurity.com.
License number EF2000046. Southwest Florida knows that Duncan's Diamonds has the best prices, but it's their quality, selection, and excellent customer service that keeps customers coming back year after year. And Duncan's Diamonds customers have great things to say.
Their sales team is extremely helpful and knowledgeable.
I shopped at other jewelry stores, but there's no place like Duncan's Diamonds. And I tell all my friends to come here every chance I get.
At Duncan's Diamonds, I found everything I was looking for. Great designers. I was awfully impressed with their Hearts on Fire diamonds and jewelry. You know, they're really amazing.
The customer service is excellent. You know, you're free to take your time and browse without being hassled, and all your questions are answered.
I've been to every chain jewelry store, department store, and independently owned stores. None of them beat Duncan's Diamonds prices. They are the best.
I had some jewelry to sell, and by far, Duncan's Diamonds paid me the most cash and paid on the spot.
Duncan's Diamonds puts your mind at ease. Best quality at the best price.
Discover Duncan's Diamonds, Fort Myers on US 41, and in the Gulf Coast Town Center, where you'll find the largest selection at the best prices in Southwest Florida.
Staples Copy and Print knows you need to promote your business.
Trifold, full-color, double-sided brochures.
As you expand to a new area.
Business cards, postcards, car magnets.
So your business can thrive.
Business forms for invoices.
Because at the end of the day, only one thing is really important.
More invoices.
So you go to the one place that has it all.
Staples.
And prints it right.
Staples.
Staples. Right now, buy 250 business cards, postcards, flyers, or brochures and get 250 free. Details in-store or at staples.com/color. Ends 11/10/12. Staples. That was easy.
Ally Bank. Why they don't hide things in the fine print.
That'll be $34.50.
I think the ad says it's half off.
If you look closely, it says only on Tuesdays.
It is Tuesday.
In October.
It is October.
During leap years.
This is a leap year.
After the first frost.
Oh, please.
Nobody likes when things are hidden in fine print. That's why Ally doesn't do it. Ally Bank. Your money needs an ally. Member FDIC.
Visit Jason and Todd at the Diamond District.
I love the weekends. You can't beat the beach. The sand, the hot sun.
Todd, when was the last time you were at the beach?
Jace, while you and I are at the Diamond District all weekend, there are some people who go to the beach. And I'm just saying how nice that must be.
And after the beach, if you're in the market for a diamond, you won't find a better value or diamond buying experience than the Diamond District.
In Estero at Coconut Point, with diamond prices at or below the internet.
At the Diamond District.
The nicest used cars anywhere in the country are right here in Naples. And they're all on NaplesUsedCars.com. Hundreds of extra clean, low-mileage used cars at a fraction of their original prices. All makes, all models. Like a Nissan Altima GXE with ice-cold AC, CD player, and fold-down rear seats for under $4,000. Over 150 Toyotas in stock, including the best-selling vehicle in America, the Toyota Camry, for under $5,000. Or check out the Ford F-250 XL Super Duty pickup, gas-powered and seating for 6 for under $12,000. Hundreds of quality pre-owned cars, trucks, vans, and SUVs in stock. Browse at your own pace, 24 hours a day. Get your trade value, your interest rate, your down payment, your monthly payment. Even fill out your credit app online. Plus, we'll buy your car even if you don't buy one of ours. Visit NaplesUsedCars.com. That's NaplesUsedCars.com.
Plus tax, tag, and title fees, sponsored by Germain.
Let's get back to work, please. So, go ahead.
Now back to the Ledge Radio Show with JD and Smitty on 96 K-Rock. Talk that rocks.
Welcome back. Phone lines are open. The numbers are 239-277-9600 or 775-9600. You can check out the live stream, ledgeradioshow.com. You can also find us at facebook.com/The Ledge Radio Show. Smitty, go ahead, man. I know you got a great little story you want to.
Well, I just was reading this, and I know there's a lot of people that follow the Bigfoot and the Sasquatch, debate and everything. It was just a stunning story here. I don't think you'll have to look for him anymore, actually.
Great. We found him.
It says Bigfoot killed by car in Montana. Baffles even police. A man dressed up as Bigfoot or Sasquatch was struck and killed by 2 cars Sunday night while he was trying to provoke a sighting in northern Montana. I'm not sure whether to laugh or cry, the police said.
Was he part of that Bigfoot show?
Randy Lee Tenley put on a full military-style gully suit. He put on a full-style gully suit and stood in the lane of the highway waiting for someone to call in a Bigfoot sighting. Seriously,
does Bigfoot look like leaves and trees?
It looks just like that.
Well, I know what that guy looks like, but Bigfoot don't look like that.
These suits are specifically designed for camouflage. And the guy said, "What did you think was going to happen?"
Bump in the road.
As bizarre as dumb as it sounds, he was killed, and it's a crazy thing.
That's a shame.
Imagine having to tell your wife or significant other that your husband was dressed in a gully suit trying to pretend he was Bigfoot in the middle of the road and got hit. My first question would have been, was he drinking?
If I had to tell my wife or significant other that my husband was killed, I think she'd be just fine with that.
I bet you would.
All right, so we were kind of talking earlier about the media, shilling for Obama here and there, but it looks like it's possible that some in the media may be swaying to the other side. And I've got some audio queued up. It's a little short clip from Jay Leno, just from the other night. Sick Rick, cut 3, please.
I love how the politicians capitalize on this kind of thing. Like the minute the replacement arrests were fired, President Obama said, "See, sometimes losing jobs can be a good thing." It's a good thing. Well, a new survey out today shows how much time we waste every day in our lives. For example, we waste 7 minutes in line every time we go to get coffee, 28 minutes getting through airport security, 4 years waiting for Obama to do something about the economy. We waste a lot. We waste a lot of time.
There you have it. You wouldn't expect to see Jay Leno, and then even have the crowd cheer and not boo, because I'm surprised they weren't calling him racist up there.
It's called comedy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Was that comedy? Does your boy Stephen Colbert do the same thing?
I love Stephen Colbert.
I know you do. I know you do.
Bill Maher, I like him.
You see those guys?
Jon Stewart, I like Jon Stewart. I love those guys.
See those guys on Romney's side ever? Or?
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Give me a clip of that,
I will. And you give me one of yours, too.
We did.
Yeah, it's every media outlet you've ever seen except for Fox News that shills for your guy.
You know what?
I do know.
You're going to be crying in your beer after the election.
If he wins, I probably will. I'm telling you, I'm not coming to work the next day.
I know you won't.
I won't come to work the next day.
I'll have a party.
I will close the business. I might have to close the business, and I'll do radio full time because I'll have endless amounts of stories and information.
Sure you will.
Yeah, that's a realistic possibility.
I can't wait for the debates. I think it's going to be riveting. I think it's going to be great, and it's going to be great for the nation. And I think Romney, I think he'll do good, but I don't think he'll be able to pinhole Obama there.
Why would you keep working? Realistically, why would you keep working and building something?
To feed yourself, Joe.
Yeah, but that's going to happen anyhow.
But you will have no incentive.
You got to work to feed yourself, Joe.
But that's going to happen anyhow.
Trey, so why
work?
So you got to work.
Yeah,
when we remove incentive from working, why keep working?
You guys,
I'm just going to go home and get my check.
You guys are so lost.
Shouldn't I get a check and a free house?
You get a phone too.
And a phone. Get my Obama phone.
See, that was you.
Why work?
My free phone.
See,
Obama
me and Elmo.
I thought it was something else.
Realistically, why work?
Do you see the news they're talking about your boy over there, not Netanyahu, drawing the line?
So said, a red line must be drawn.
So what do you think we ought to do? You think we just lay back and let them get bombed, or what do we do? I mean,
absolutely not. And I'll tell you this right now: the state of Israel will not wait for the United States to respond. Do you think they will protect themselves?
Do you think they will respond before the election or after the election?
No, it has nothing to do with our election.
Well, I'm just asking
you. They will respond when they actually are to the point where their safety is in danger.
Well, I'm just asking you. What do you think, Joe?
They have more nukes than we know about. And look, if the wind's right, they won't hesitate.
I got you. I'm just asking you, do you think it will happen before the election? I'm not, I'm just asking.
He said it doesn't have anything to do with the election.
I'm not asking about how to affect the election.
It has nothing to do with the point is, Smitty.
You just can't answer a question.
He already did. He said they will do it when the time is right.
And I'm asking, do you think the time will be right, in your opinion? Do you think he should do it before the election?
I'm not going to guess.
It's up to the Jewish people. It's up to the leaders of Israel.
But actually, it's really up to, who's it?
Netanyahu.
No, the wacko in Iran.
Ahmadinejad.
Yeah, Ahmadinejad.
Ahmadinejad.
Yeah. That's who it's up to,
Admiral General?
Admiral Supreme
Ahmadinejad?
Who do you think would benefit if it's bombed before the election?
Who would benefit?
Yeah.
Probably the Israeli people.
Iran?
The Iranian people?
Besides Israel.
Everyone.
Besides Israel.
The whole Middle East?
No, as far as Romney and Obama.
You mean if Israel is bombed or if Israel bombs Iran?
Yeah, let's suppose the election is 2 weeks away.
Okay.
And Israel says, that's it, the line's drawn, I'm bombing you. And they bomb him. Now, in the election, who do you think would benefit from that? Would it be Romney?
Romney, absolutely.
Or do you think
Romney?
You really think?
Because Obama's not been supporting Israel.
You don't think the people would say, we got to support the president and we're going to be at war, you know?
No, I think that's going to support Romney because here's what it's going to say. Our policies, Obama's policies of peaceful nature have failed.
You mean utopian society?
Yes. Well, I mean, they failed everywhere else in the world, so somehow we're struck in the head and believe that the United States could become that. You know, essentially, Smitty, and I tried to explain this to you before.
We shouldn't be over there to begin with, but that's okay.
The whole concept of what's being pushed right now is a severe lack of understanding of the role of the federal government, and that's all. If you want to push this in your states, go for it. The problem is that that's not how the federal government works.
The federal government is protecting you, though. They're the ones that have...
That is their job.
Yes,
that is
protection,
their job.
not to feed you, not to clothe you,
I'm
not
talking
to give
about
you...
the war. I'm talking about the war.
Phones. Get my phone!
You went from bombing Israel to social issues.
He went to what the role of the federal government is. You have to know. You have to understand that to understand.
We were talking about the war.
Yeah, and the war is that he's failed.
I don't think Israel's going to use nukes. I think that Israel they would bomb their Iran's nuclear facilities with conventional ballistic missiles. Because you're not going to be dropping nukes. Because if they drop a nuke, then the next guy's going to drop a nuke.
They're so close too that any type of
if they drop a nuke on Iran, it would kill them.
Radiation cloud's going to kill their own people. But the fact is that it's such a powder keg, that area, that if Israel does have to make that attack
for years,
well, they're going to have to be ready to defend all of their borders on every side.
Yeah, if they attack Iran, the Muslim Brotherhood will overrun their country from all sides.
So you're saying Israel can't wait; they have to bomb them.
No, I'm not saying they have to bomb them. I'm saying if it comes to that, because we've been so weak as the United States in supporting our allies, that it comes to that, we better be ready to support ground troops if we're going to continue to think that there will be a state of Israel. What is it, 30 years old?
Yeah, something like that, 1967.
Yeah.
Basically. All right, so we got a few minutes left. I want to get to something real quick, and this is something we can mull on for the mull over for the next week or something. I was at church a couple weeks ago. And my pastor, he always puts something in his little bulletin. And this time it piqued my interest because he was talking about Tim Tebow. Now, my pastor, he's from Nashville. Okay, so
I lived in Nashville.
So Tim Tebow's not his guy because Tim Tebow's team beat them 4 years in a row. But this is what he says. He says, I've been asked by a handful of people about the date for this year's, that's something else, Trunk or Treat. Yeah, Trunk or Treat, October 28th. Tim Tebow. Here we go.
Reboot.
It's football season again, and once again, a huge focus is being placed on Tim Tebow. From a football point of view, I'm no Tim Tebow fan. Now, this is from my pastor, not from me. I am a Tim Tebow fan. As he has played for two teams I don't like. But from a personal life perspective, Tebow's one of my favorite people in the world. Squeaky clean, a proven winner, a good role model for young people. Yet an article in Atlantic Monthly a few months ago named him as one of the 15 most divisive athletes in recent history. 15 most divisive athletes. Others on this list included Michael Vick, Barry Bonds, Dennis Rodman, Pete Rose, and O.J. Simpson.
How does it even come close?
So let's see. That's one man convicted of animal cruelty, another of obstruction of justice, another of tax evasion, banned from baseball for betting on games, and someone who probably killed his ex-wife.
Well, he actually was found liable for wrongful death.
What did Tebow do to make this list? He's a dedicated Christian. That's it. What makes Tebow divisive and controversial has little, if anything, to do with what he does on the field. It's all about our increasing intolerance of the Christian faith in public life. Tebow isn't trying to impose anything on anyone, yet the fact that he speaks publicly of his faith-inspired values is too much for many people. At the same time, it seems that no news cycle is complete without a story of some athlete getting into serious trouble on or off the field. Maybe our generation is getting just the kind of athlete it deserves.
I think it was worth a read. And I wouldn't just say that it has to do with the Christian religion.
He's a good guy.
You believe in God, you're going to be attacked.
Exactly.
Be prepared for it.
Yeah, that's right. And you say it in public, boy, you better watch out because those, the 5% of people, well, I don't know, but what do you think the percentage of population is now in America that's atheist?
I think America teeters back and forth. The fact of the matter is that most...
You're probably about right.
I think most believe in
something,
God,
right?
in something. Yeah.
Well, it does seem
believe
more
in,
and
Joe?
more.
Me? God.
Joe's he's Jewish.
Jewish.
I didn't know if he was one of them Ahmadinejad Jews or something.
What is a Ahmadinejad Jew?
Ahmadinejad.
Oh, yeah.
Admiral
Supreme
General
leader.
Ahmadinejad. All right, well, we're coming up at the end of the show, and we'll be back next week, same time, 10 a.m.
Same bad channel.
Saturday, 96K Rock, the Ledge Radio Show. Be prepared. We'll be back next week.
It's been a pleasure to be on with you.
Thanks, Joe.
God bless you both.
Take care,
See you, man.
Hey, everybody.